side is rolling.
He knows that the Lord is coming in there, and he's going to have to come in with the defense. He was looking for another flank, possibly coming from his team. Now,
we're good.
all lanes coming in. Blink does find a little bit of a pop-up there. Fanboy on the backside gets pushed out by King. Damage coming out. Goo takes a heaping spoonful of damage from Infinity, and down goes the Lord. That's going to be one high ground tower at the mid lane. That is down. Goo edging his way to the inside. King coming in from the backside to Lionel. Took a lot of damage. In comes King with the Phantom State Mystic Gush out there as ZZ gets taken down. Rusi is able to find a kill onto Blink and maybe bit off a little bit more than they could chew on the back end, but DreamMax takes one death and is going to be backing up from this engagement. Oh, just kidding. They're still looking for this bottom tower. Goo in the middle there. Another Phantom Steed. Does that thing even have a cooldown? King comes in again.
It's like 20 seconds. This is very short.
Rusi immortality has
no, yes, they should have punished Good for that.
To help him as Shaikiche with the Mystic Gut
uses the freaking winter, bro.
Winter Crown now coming out from Goo once again. One player down for Infinity. That was Rusi, and now DreamMax is still causing the pressure. It's still like
everything's up. Chats are up. This is up. Sorry guys about the loose and late stream, bro. It's a lot going on. Oh, is this it? Come on, DreamMax! End it already!
Making like short work of a lot of the squishies here. Now you can see the damage starting.
We got a wave coming down mid. Fanboy trying. Fanboy trying. Phantom Steve. Our last wave. Just turret law! GG! It's 1-1, ladies and gentlemen.
Looks like the closing game situation has been fixed.
All right, let me save my voice for the grand finals for
tied up here, Xena.
Uni Legend.
Dominating show right there for sure. DreamMax was popping off in the beginning, right? 6 kills, no deaths by the 9-minute mark by the Jungle King. He's showing them what he's all about. He is meant to be in that jungle role. And they claimed all the objectives, I think, as well, and basically did what Infinity did the previous game, so it flip-flopped this time around. So it was really cool to see. This one, like you said, these teams have gone back and forth a lot, and they've always reached like best.
Not the matching today. I just peeped that.
Best of 5, the full thing. So I think that's what's gonna happen here today.
Yeah, and I want to say this kind of answer the question I was very nervous about is, do these players have the skill level to compete with Infinity, especially with the jungle, with the mixed up roster that they're coming in with? And for me,
their MVP is going to be King.
The question here when it comes to competition, both of these guys seem like they're on a very even kilt here. The question comes down to the drafting. Because I feel like that first draft just really did not favor DreamMax. And here, the second draft, they got a much better answer, able to lock down the Cho as well, to be able to answer the Harley, and then just a great amount of damage they were able to dish out, not just by Shaikiche, but by Zeus, who did a great job there as well.
Chiquite.
Yeah, so when
I'm pretty sure it's
King, choosing Leo Mar here in the jungle, so DreamMax was supposed to bring a strong sides here, especially when with Goo and Zeus, you know. So Goo was like, okay, he didn't compromise with Uranus. He was like too strong with a very high sustainability. For example, we saw Clean on the gold lane here, like getting bullying sometimes Zoblocks with the carry, especially when it comes to this high damage caused by a Clint here. So Shaikiche once again with a good position. Okay, she was surprised like maybe once or twice by ZZ with the Harley, but after that, like DreamMax realized that okay, we have to play together. We have to take care about like these flanks, these back lines here, these possible back lines, you know. And even though like Affinity was trying to compensate something with the macro, you know, with using their size to push the minion waves, for example, and not to get so not to take so much pressure, but it wasn't enough for stopping DreamMax's composition. especially when it comes to this damage situation coming out from Zeus, coming out from Shai Kichi, for example, and in the ultimate, everything was fine for DreamHack so far.
All right, here we go. From the first move to that final push, this player stayed one step ahead. Our MVP was King.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
King of the jungle, right? 617 KDA, 62.4k total damage, 775 golds per minute. He did an amazing job to give the team that offense, right? And had them all on the defense.
What was that?
And well, not just that, but he also able to kind of close it. He was another reason that Harley had a hard time being able to come in, because as soon as that Phantom Steed came on, King was able to chase down Harley. We saw a lot of times where he absolutely like gunned him down, like was chasing him throughout across half the map, and Harley didn't have a teleport strong enough to be able to create the distance he needed there. Here you see the Mystic Gush kind of coming out as well to really help, as King was able to kind of lay waste to a lot of the team from coming in from Infinity here. I'm actually very, very surprised when it comes to Infinity.
What's up, Starboy?
Talking before that, when they use a lot of these
how you doing, man? You ready for grand finals later on?
Meta that you see, they meld and they make sure that the composition favors these roams. I talked about it right from the draft.
Alright, let me not get too locked in, because I actually have to do a few things in between games. Saber's doing laundry at the moment, so I can't worry about that. That's done.
The front line of that. You didn't really have any AoE damage out there, except for maybe Zetzion, Thamus, but you don't really want Thamus to kind of get in the middle of that fight there too. Or they weren't really able to find those opportunities for him to get in there, especially with the amount of burst that was coming out. And unfortunately, because of that, I feel like it was almost, I feel like it just was not the right time to play the Beleric pick out there.
Yeah, it makes total sense.
Pain is proof that I'm still alive.
The block ones, because when you have the ultimate coming from Beleric, for example, you don't have okay, Zetzion has this like the damage situation, but she doesn't have this DPS. You know, it's different from a Lunox or a Lilia, for example, casting the spells like continuously to causing that damage. Harley, okay, he has a high potential of burst damage, you know, but he comes in and he comes out. It's not like this DPS continuously also in that composition. So for Beleric, yeah, okay, the ultimate was good, but the following up from the team, as a private said, was not the best idea for Infinity here in this situation. So it was for DreamHack the perfect situation, especially with Blink, like every time, all the time, causing this like this pressure, this dominance, like with the Way of the Dragon, always like trying to look someone that it was like for Infinity situation, like they were always concerned about like, okay, where's Blink, where is he, is he about to use the Way of the Dragon here to isolate someone? So these things, these problems were common for Infinity in that situation in the game number 2. So well-deserved win from a DreamHack here, especially from the composition, and especially bringing Gord from Shai Kichi here, so new hero. That another thing outside of the box from DreamHack here, and shows us that they are able to respond these like non-meta heroes coming out from Infinity.
Yeah, just like fanboy Shai Kichi is really good with having that versatility. She has so much heroes under her belt, so she's able to kind of match fanboy in that sense, where they can have so many options for them to choose from. I do have to give a shout out to Blink though. His show was on point, picking off all those people. He was there to get those assists in, and he deserves an MVP as well in my book. So go ahead and ban out that Lucian and Uranus.
When it came to that Harley pickup, that's exactly why Cho was able to shine, is because he is the threat for a lot of those assassins that try to jump in immediately. You're going to have a show. And I think I talked about it in the beginning of the game. I feel like Azizi, for some reason, was getting very, very close to blink with a lot of these deadly magics. And I'm like, first of all, you don't want to be hitting a tank with deadly magic because it's not going to be able to kill him. But then it's also a Cho that you're getting that close to, whose entire purpose is to be able to lock you down and hit you with the Way of the Dragon. So I feel like maybe that it's just a little bit of an understanding and maybe a little bit more respect.
No protection from the rain.
Some of those counters come out that can deal with you there. DreamHack's gonna go ahead. It looks like Boxia has been left open for them too. Still yet to be played. We do have Phoveus still available on the board, but Phoveus and Valentina available too. So I'm wondering, do we go with both of those together, or do we kind of leave them behind? Because we've got a Boxia out there who's got a pretty decent magic defense right off from the start of it too. So you might not get the best value out of a Valentina.
Yeah, plus when it comes to Boxia and his buff coming out from the stop healing itself, so that might be another thing that Infinity has to think about it. And comes to the response, could be Phoveus and Khalid, for example, because if they be open for DreamHack, for example, okay, totally different. Coming with Harris, okay, very strong gold lane, and Zuzong here on the XP lane. Now, Valentina and Phoveus could be the response now coming out from DreamHack.
Yeah, Valentina and Phoveus. What else is open? Sora. Is Sora as strong anymore? I don't know. I feel like people are choosing more things
or
before
Khalid
they're choosing
and Valentina.
the Sora. Yeah, so like what about Sora's? Like, I don't know what people. Is there a reason they're not like so
Naughty
set on
Bablu
much anymore? I don't know.
Good afternoon, brother. How you doing?
Sora has answers now for them. Yeah, I was about to say Phoveus is the obvious answer here because of the Harith on the board. I'm not sure if
Chiquita winning this game. Depends what she's on. Oh, okay, yeah, she got it. She got it, bro. Yeah, her Lunox is actually it's fucking nasty. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Let me throw on a shirt real quick, bro. I'm saying shirt. Let me throw on D's shirt.
Is the great off-end there when it comes to Yuzong, because if you're going to come in with that Black Dragon form, Lunox is going to be able to use that brilliance to be able to get away. Kai is an interesting pick up here. I'm wondering if this is like a jungle. Is this going to be a roam? What are we going to? I wouldn't put it past Fanboy to be using this as a roam. We haven't seen it in a while, but it doesn't have. I feel like it's. I don't even know what the win rate of a Kai.
Wish I had chance to steam it, but.
Great. I forgot who used it out. It's something I'll have to look up there. But we're going to be moving into the second banning phase for both of these teams.
So we're seeing now Hylos getting banned from Infinity, and Lydia coming out from DreamHack here, like the focus on the mid lane carry, and now the goal lane.
There's so much shit I gotta do to get back in a fucking swing of things, bro.
Will DreamHack keep focusing on mid lane here?
That's what happens.
Maybe an Ivy banning, for example,
Eve
or Farsight.
I'm not gonna lie, it legit triggers me each time he says it that way.
But they have to think about like the possibility for a Kai being or in
the least I accept is Eve or Eve, bro. Like, not Ivy. That doesn't even make sense. What is this?
Yeah, maybe there's still continue. Maybe they're still focusing on the mid lane here with Ivy, for example, when it comes to neutralize the real world manipulation. Okay, so what's the last ban? And now we're going to see if Akai is the jungle
Ivy
or a roam
injection, bro.
Fourth choice here from Infinity.
Yes. It's starting to get harder for us to kind of figure out what they're going to end up choosing with all these global bans going on, right? So it will be interesting to see what they decide to come up with here. Kai it should be very helpful in keeping the team at bay for the side of Infinity.
I guess for me, it kind of depends on what we're going to use. And maybe, I mean, I feel like a Kai might actually be a problem if we pick up like if we pick up like a Cho on the side. Oh wait, DreamHack, we already have the Cho that we just used the last one. Who else? Oh my god, and I'm losing my mind again. The Tsunami Slam of Kalea is one that we could use. If we grab a Kai, bring it back, Lunox is going to be able to burst that down very quickly as well to kind of, if we're looking to snatch the front line. So, though that this does mean with this pickup of Hilda from Infinity side, it does mean that a Kai is the jungler for the side of Infinity. Hilda, I like the early game there, presence coming out from them, but more CC answered on the side of DreamHack. They're gonna go with the Bedang pickup.
Yeah, so more choices here now, especially for a DreamHack. Badang possibly, no, not possibly. This is coming out from Blink's hands, and now
Badang
with Bruno.
Against you want to put that into an Akai?
Well then, okay.
Eudora.
All right.
Yo.
I mean, okay. I think that Eudora here could be working at the right time after Shaikichi, for example, using the ultimate for trying to escape from the heavy spin from Zizi. For example, you know, but there are so many situations here when it comes to.
Okay, to be honest, it's not like she's a horrible mage. She just has no survivability, bruh. She has no survivability.
Attribution, in objectives, a team fight, for example, you know, or also blink here versus using the.
Yo, Lionel about to be sitting in bushes all game, bro. I promise y'all. Bro's gonna rotate and sit in the bush. He's gonna be waiting for people to pass by. I swear, bro.
Because she doesn't have any mobility here.
She has no. She got nothing, bro. She has nothing. So like,
many possibilities.
you put this on a Phoveus.
Here, my friend, Private.
I have the same kind of, I'm like trying to figure out to try to rationalize the Eudora, how well it could do here. But
there's no rationalization. It was stupid. It was a stupid pick.
If that pick is going to even out for
we're all doomed. All right, let me stop. Enough of that.
Teams tied on the board.
Yeah, so everything is started up so far. The matches here is 1-1 on best of 3 and 1 on best of 5. And now here and this best of 5 is tied up a victory for each team. So welcome once again to the Land of Dawn. This is the game number 3 so far, Private.
Yeah, I'm very interested. I'm like you right now. I'm trying to figure out how Eudora really fits into this. I feel like it's going to take an immense amount of concentration and communication from the team. Ooh, speaking of which, Lionel able to find the kill onto Blink. So Eudora already getting the dividends and the payout for that pick for Lionel.
Yeah, that damage. Like I said, the damage is there. She has damage. Don't get it wrong.
Coming out from Leon,
but when it comes to surviving, that's gonna be the issue.
Yeah, Eudora in this early game has this this potential of damage. Oh, in the mid lane once again it is a 2v2. We're not seeing that because ZZ is heading around the top side with already in a level 4 guaranteed the golden crab for Rusi. And now 15 seconds left for the first turtle here, and now we're seeing ZZ is stealing the lizard in the jungle.
Yeah, for me, the problem is that there's a lot of options or a lot of targets for Eudora, and I'm wondering, Lionel, who is the priority? Who's going to be getting that stun and that ultimate coming out from
the whole team can get stunned by her. Does he not know how that she was reworked? She can hit a whole team, bruh. That's her whole thing now. She can bomb a team.
Even has the brilliance out there, but it's more than enough to allow Infinity to be able to pick up this turtle. On the back end, though, you do see Goo able to find the kill onto Lionel. The rest of DreamHack trying to chase down Infinity. ZZ in trouble.
Oh, damn.
Taken down by
how the tables have turned.
Yeah,
it turned pretty quick, too.
Here was too deep trying to get the kill, Private, so it didn't work so well for Infinity. Okay, they guaranteed the turtle.
Look at Sheikai's damage already, bro. At the top.
3 players. Guaranteed 2 kills for Shaikichi in the mid lane with Lunox. And now on the top side, oh.
Yeah, and they're gonna go.
All right, how am I looking?
Find
Let's
the
figure
kill.
out.
They're gonna be looking to put
Oh yeah, I
pressure
definitely wish I
onto
had
this top
time to
tower, and nobody
freaking.
from Infinity actually looking to close the distance. So that's gonna be a lot
that's
of free gold for the side of
yeah.
DreamHack. Now we're seeing 3-4 members starting to mount at the bottom. Zeus in the bush, I think, gets found out there by Fanboy. Zaman Force laid down for Zablach, who's trying to go ahead and get all the gold he can from this tower. On the backside, Lionel able to smash down Blink with a thunder.
Didn't I tell y'all? Just gonna be sitting in bushes, bro.
That, okay, Private, all that Infinity can do is like to let Zeus explore some of the gold energy, but Blink once again. Oh, here comes King.
Yeah, King comes in for the kill. ZZ's gonna have to use that heavy spin to create some distance from the rest of DreamHack, and they move back into their tower. You see Goo looking for an angle to get in here, just does not have
on Harif.
Getting close enough. Fanboy
is going and Hisoka as well.
So he's kind of
and Kurapika.
Around it.
Julian's
But now
Kurapika.
the situation is the next turtle is hiding on the pitch on the downside. Both teams are
I wish I got the damn skin.
A better position so far, but now him Fanboy, oh, he can't be surprised.
Eventually.
Lino might have been caught there. Tries to come in there with the damage. Shai Kiche able to find a kill on the Fanboy. Zaman Force has been laid onto the ground. Zablach diving in, finds the kill onto Shai Kiche. Lionel next on the block as
it's Dairoff.
to narrow the distance between them. Coming in with that demonic force heavy spin.
Sicilian's Hisoka, which don't really make sense to me.
Onto Zablach. ZZ next on the roster, bringing DreamHack.
Bro got a nice ass shirt. Thank you, thank you.
Game against Infinity.
Had to go, had to show up for grand finals tonight.
Really interesting.
Had a blue shirt on yesterday, but it looked damn near black, because it's like just that dark of a blue. Also, I'll be wearing this for work tomorrow, bro. But it would be, it would be steamed and shit. I'm about to start seeing a lot of dress shirts, because it's like I'm forced to go buy a bunch of fucking clothes now.
Yeah, 4-1-2 right now on a Shai Kiche. I'm not surprised.
9 out of 10 times what I'm gonna do after I finish work, I'm gonna just come home and stream. Like, take off my shoes and just stream. And then take a shower like later on or going to sleep.
To find a little bit of an escape, Goo comes in. Demonic Force underneath the tower, looking for the damage. Zeus comes in, able to find the kill onto Zablach. They're not done. ZZ might not be long for this.
3.
As Zeus finding a kill onto him on the backside.
He running. Oh, Chiquite. Ain't no running. You dead. Yo. Technically, that was almost a wipeout.
With the damage. 6-1
Chiquite.
right now for DreamHack's mid laner.
Yeah, Shai Kichi here is on fire with the 6 kills, but we have to talk about Goo and this Phoveus. It's destroying so far here this game so far, because he has this ability and this facility to get the backline here, especially when it comes to Lionel, for example, or Zablach. So
red looks better. Thank you.
It's gonna be it's being very.
I don't even know if this shit is work appropriate color wise. Should be fine. If anything, it's their fault. I told them. I told her I don't have that many clothes right now. Not that I wanted to start a week later, so. Because I don't wear a lot of dress clothes. And even worse. Does he get out? Run for your life, ZZ! Look at him, body blocking. Bro's body blocking. Go!
On the back end, looking to try to chase him down. DreamHack are
bro.
for that kill.
Bro. Yeah, they did not want him getting away, bro. Bro, use your basic. Come on, bro. Bro should have just used his basic attack.
Able to answer back. A 3-man petrified coming in for Rusi, but Shaikiche is right there.
See, this is what y'all get for chasing. This is what y'all get for chasing.
This world gets taken out as well. 14-9.
I ain't gonna lie. If I was Phoveus right there, I would have just used my basic attack and just ulted again. You might as well try to fight it if you're not gonna get away by running, bro. I hate seeing when players do that. Like, if you have a character that can sustain damage and regen, and you're just trying to run away instead of kiting or like come on, it aggravates me, because he could have lived or at least bought enough time for his team to do something else. Once you in, never pull out, bruh.
4 kills for Infinity, and now the Lord is on the pit. The goal lead here, there is a no more, because DreamHack was just a little bit ahead, but now after the last team fight, everything is tied up, and now here comes Fanboy.
Ooh, yeah, he's trying to latch on to Shaikiche, who I think still had the ultimate, still had the brilliance, so wasn't exactly scared of the damage that was going to come out there. Could have used the brilliance at any moment, but this is going to set up for Infinity to be able to get a good put onto this. Lord Black Dragon is out, trying to create that distance from the backside. King coming in, looking for the retribution.
Ace!
Heavy spin.
Yo! I thought he got it. I thought he got it. I thought he got it for a second.
Heavy spin to Pitkin.
Fuck.
King
I thought he had it for a second.
He wasn't going to be able to get the retribution on the backside.
Damn.
They are able to find the kill.
Bro, done reset my streak. Ah, it's still on 15. That's 15.
So you lose 2, but you're able to pick up the Lord for Infinity.
They got the Lord, but they lost 3 players, or 2. I think there were 2 players in the process. But now they're heading back in the game. But now DreamHack is taking this opportunity to get down.
Wrinkle is driving me crazy.
Oh, once again here, Fanboy.
Yeah, Fanboy answering back there, taking a lot of damage. You have the brilliance coming out from Shaikiche, who might bit off a little bit more than she could chew.
Oh, I was saying, I don't have a lot of fucking clothes because in the past year or 2, I done gained like fucking 40 pounds.
They have the Lord up at top, at the bottom. They have Fanboy, who's going to be able to
30, 40 pounds.
onto that bottom tower as well. Now you can see
so none of my dress shirts fit me anymore. I only have like 3 of them that fit.
To get that kill, Fanboy gonna run into the tower. Shaikiche able to find a kill onto ZZ.
And as far as pants, I only have 2. So I gotta go shopping tomorrow.
Onto Rusi, who is gonna use that Black Dragon to get away.
Yeah, you know, for one side, I would say that could be worse for DreamHack because Zoblox wasn't in the last team fight, but now I didn't get it what ZZ was trying to do. Like,
see, DreamHack be getting kills, but once again, they don't convert their kills to objectives. Like, Infinity almost has half the kills, the same amount of gold, but has more turrets.
So
DreamHack is slightly ahead by like 1K, bro. Not even. That's just that's when you're just going for kills. You're not going for objective. You're gonna lose. They're gonna lose if they keep playing like that.
So DreamHack has to take care.
That's why they struggle closing out.
That situation because they have
yeah, you're good when you get the kill, and that whole chase and them getting punished for it was very much an like what's the word I'm looking for? And a good example of what the playstyle does to you.
Yeah, that's going to be very interesting because you're just looking for Zabloch, who's going to be looking for a pretty expensive holy
Red team's getting smoked. They seem like they're getting smoked, but they're really not. They're ahead. They're winning this game right now. They're winning.
But Zeus is looking for the
they're only 500 gold down. Yeah, again, as I was just explaining, they have half of the kills, right? They have half of the kills, right? But they have more turrets. They have more map control. They still got all 3 of their mid turrets up, and freaking DreamHack is down to 1 of their inhibs.
Blink taking a decent amount of damage. Goo coming in. Demonic Force is latching on to ZZ, who's gonna back up from this.
Seems like they're losing, but they're really not.
Members, this is not gonna be enough. Goo comes in. Diamond Force has been laid down. Black Dragon is out as well. King might be in trouble.
Oh my days. Oh my days. Okay, now they're getting cooked. Now they're definitely getting cooked.
Zeus putting the damage that is for.
They might not even fucking. They're not gonna go for Lord. They're gonna just end. Fanboy. Fanboy. Ah! You got outplayed. You got outplayed, bro. That is crazy.
for the team wipe on Infinity. And ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, fanboy, brother.
Stop this push.
That's wild, bruh. Oh, wait. Did they live? Did they live? They lived!
Here comes Infinity defending the base! Triple kill for the blocks of
Bro, there's no way. There's no way, bro. There's no way, bro. What the fuck?
Time to let Infinity get up and Dream Max. This is what we've talked about.
Holy shit.
End game, making it too loose, not of being on control and being on the same page. Some people were trying to hit Rusi. Some people were trying to hit the core. We didn't have the focus, and now Infinity takes advantage of it.
Oh,
I
man.
think that this
Oh, man. That's...
Okay, it's not the end for Dream
Oh, that's so crazy. It's not the end. It's definitely not. They got the clear. Do they have the wave clear? They got decent wave clear. They're good.
Here. But once again,
W
we
boss.
saw that movie, Private. We saw that happening, Xena. So, DreamX, they have to take care about that.
Oh my god. I was expecting that to be the end, but oh my gosh, they came back and almost demolished it and even got the Lord and now it's pushing back. But that's what I'm saying, like they seem to like kind of get too greedy with it or something at the end.
Too greedy about the kills, bro. They are. They're so kill focused. They don't be focusing on objectives sometimes, man.
Wouldn't have been like raising their hands, playing with one hand at that point. Be like, all right, boys, let's close this up. Oh my god.
Yo, that's probably why they pause. The motherfuckers yelling at each other right now. I promise you, if freaking DreamX called that timeout, somebody was yelling at somebody. I promise you, bro, and they needed to pause and calm the fuck down. I promise.
Of the game, what they need to do to succeed and being able to execute that. Where on the side of DreamX, sometimes when it comes to that late game, the confidence comes out, and they just need to get that discipline to be able to kind of still talk.
That's why I be saying turret lock, bro, guys.
And then go for the core. Unfortunately, it kind of got a little bit split up there, and it allowed the rest of Infinity to get back up. Like we said, it's not the end of the game yet, but it was an opportunity that seems squandered by the side of DreamX.
Not the end for you guys as well, because we still got the game going on. We have more games to come. So
and TruSpirit also fumble on that. All right, but I was trying to do a freaking recall trick. That's completely different.
Chances you have to get these diamonds right here.
That's completely different, though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was a classic match. It was classic. Yeah, not attorney. Never catch me doing that in attorney.
This is your chance. The more you watch, the more you interact with us, the more you talk in the chat, the more you call your friends, you have more chances to get diamonds here, okay, to buy that skin that you are looking for so much, you know, when you go to the ranked games, when you lose, but you lose fancy, you know, so
so real.
all that matters here when you get diamonds.
Yes, you gotta lose fancy. That's the only way to do it, guys, okay?
Yeah, so just a little way for us to give back to all of the viewers there. Like you said, stay active, stay chatting, stay respectful to everybody. Like I said, a lot of these teams put in a lot of work out here to get to this level of competition. And man, it's just a big back and forth. This is why I was so excited about the second day of the playoffs, because I knew both of these teams were going to be very even. They faced each other so many times.
All right, we're back in. We're back in.
Always go the distance. It's never like a big smashing where one of them is going to get a sweep. These guys have played against each other so often that they understand.
Beware of falling coconuts.
Some of the drafting that's going to happen. Right now, though, DreamX have to kind of
tell me who line that is. I'll give you a skin. Now let me stop. Yeah, this is gonna be easy defense for them.
As Zeus just laying waste to that Lord. They weren't even able to finish the mid lane tower. Was Infinity, because how fast he was able to take that down. Zablach does put the last kicks onto it though, and now trying to put a little bit of damage on to these high ground towers of DreamX.
Yeah, but now Infinity here has to take care of
The motherfuckers ain't get shit out of that Lord. Oh man.
I saw Rusin using the
They ain't get nothing.
versus on Chaikichi on the top side, but she was able to
Chaikite?
escape with no problem. She didn't use the ultimate, for example, to escape or anything else. So Infinity now they lost the Lord here. Okay, they got the tower number 2 in the mid lane, but it's still this is a very good advantage for DreamHack. Okay, the goalie now heading for Infinity. The most of the players are not with the full build yet, so it might make some just a little bit of a change here. But now we're seeing Rusi with immortality to buy some time on the thing. Oh, fanboy, you have to take care about that. Okay, he's aware about something in the purple buff, but now he's getting info.
Yeah, he's locked in.
Yeah, he actually gets caught there. It takes about 50% damage. That's going to allow the rest of the team coming in.
Run away!
Trying to find an opportunity, but they are not able to close the distance. Lionel even came in there for a little bit of a nibble there, but DreamHack did a great job of disengaging from that. Speaking of which, Goo conceal play comes out. Blink. Oh, they are not able to find ZZ. There goes the stun. There goes the pop up. Is
there you go.
Shaikiche able to find the kill as well. Brilliance is out as she gets.
King gonna go down.
Creates that distance. King does have the immortality, but Blotch is right there trying to score another kill. Lionel able to answer back to DreamHack. That's 2 down for the side of DreamHack and 15 seconds left on this next.
See,
Lord.
they're 8 kills down, but they got more freaking gold now.
After Shaikichi getting the first kill on ZZ, and I was thinking like, okay, now this is gonna be very good for.
But even though
but we saw King
DreamHack has
and then losing we saw Goo once
not
again
DreamHack.
getting killed, and with this superior in number situation for Infinity, it might be another Lord for Infinity Sports because we have no retribution coming up from a DreamHack. So the Lord here easily guaranteed by Infinity once again.
Yeah, they're going to be able to pick that up. It is a 17-minute Lord for DreamHack. I mean, they've still got Zeus, who's able to really dish out a lot of damage too. But if that last team fight,
the turret numbers are wrong.
DreamHack is starting to fall a little bit behind. Infinity is starting to come up on theirs. I believe Zablotch already has the glaive too, so he's going to be able to get a lot of penetration on his abilities as well. Now with the Lord crashing down at the top lane, going to be waiting to see if
that's right.
DreamHack can mount a successful defense.
No, it is wrong. What the fuck? Infinity has 6 turrets right now. What?
Now Infinity trying to
it says 4, but they really have 6 turrets. I'm not sure what's happening there.
Here comes the fire coming out from Infinity Esports Private.
Yeah, Lord's gonna look for that charge coming into the top lane.
Yeah, that turret's probably about to go down.
Of the top high ground tower. In comes the rest of Infinity. 1 high ground down.
Oh no. Does he have Petri already? Yo, if he lands, Mink, he caught 2, 3.
Rusi taking a heap of damage.
He's dead though.
Zeus is right there with Shaikiche to take down Rusi. DreamHack looking to clear out these lanes before they chase down Infinity.
See, now Infinity has the advantage for real. They took down that inhib. They took down both inhibs on the sides. Side inhibitors are more important than the mid. I don't like the mid. When it comes to mid lane, those first 2 are important.
The high ground tower and the bottom lane, and I thought it was only the top side, but they lost also the.
Really, it's just the first one that's the most important.
Coming out from both sides here now for Infinity. While DreamHack has super minions only on the mid side here. So
when it comes to mid, but when it comes to the sides, you want the inhibitors more than you want the mid inhibitor. Always take the side inhibitors, because having that side is always more. You open up the map more, especially if main objectives on opposite side. Heavy spin, random. Heavy spin. Why? It'll be back up for Lord. They're fine. They need to clear that top side though. Like,
Fanboy. Again, Fanboy's super tanky right now, and you're gonna be wasting a lot of abilities on Fanboy while the rest of the team's gonna come in for that huge amount of damage. And Fanboy, I mean, Fanboy's doing what he needs to do. He's supposed to be in front. He's supposed to be taking that damage. It's just DreamMax is kind of falling for it here. Blink wisely. I was just about to say, if Blink uses that fist crack on Fanboy, I am gonna lose my seat here, because like that's exactly what you do not want to do. And a great front line that is starting to come online for Infinity. ZZ and Fanboy, they're just doing the best that they can to kind of stay up front. Oh, King from the backside, surprise! But unfortunately, he was not able to connect on anybody just
Lionel
yet.
used that flicker though. It's not gonna be up for that turtle. I mean Lord fight. So that's big. Go. It's big.
In this next Lord team fight, while Fanboy was spotting the rest of the teams here from DreamHack, the Goo now trying to cause damage in a Fanboy here. But now the situation is the Lord is open from both teams, and now DreamHack, or either they're trying to find a flank, or either they're trying to push the mini waves, and Blink with the Beyblade mode here once again trying to flank. But now
The Beyblade mode is wild work,
about
bro.
that situation.
Oh yeah, but they're gonna see that Shaikichi
Let me see what
is
Tom
at
Grant
the base trying to clear out these minions. They're gonna probably try to burst down this Lord once they realize it's a 4v5 here for this fight. At the mid lane, Rusi shows himself trying to clear out that mid lane as well. Unfortunately, DreamHack's just not seeing a good way in. They need to be able to get that flank. They're trying to get around this huge front line to get into Zablatch, or to get into Lionel, but it's so hard for them to be able to find these maneuvering here with this great front line being played by Infinity. Now dancing around this Lord, it seems about 25% down as well. You can start seeing the minions, and again Shaikichi has to go back to answer these minions immediately.
They're gonna rush Lord now. They see her.
See that? They're gonna start pressing their advantage.
Stupid ads. There shouldn't even be any ads.
Shaikichi, get to the top lane. You can see these minions going in there. The lanes, they have all three pressure of the lanes coming in, so it is going to be able to stop that. But now we have a fight coming out from Infinity and DreamHack.
They have to rush. At this point, DreamHack has to rush something. They have to pick someone. If they do not pick someone, yeah, they're gonna lose.
Have been able to push them away, but the mid tower might suffer for it, as there are
Yeah, y'all have to either rush. What are y'all gonna do? Y'all gotta rush it.
Side lanes starting to push in as
what do you? Yeah, they're so pressed for time. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Oh, you're fucked. That's it. GG. That's it. It's over. Unless they kill. If they kill, they'll be fine. But they're minions. But they're minions. The Winions is fucking their shit up. Mink, 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 mink. Yeah, GG, bro. GG, bro. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. But it's over though. It's over. Who's left? It's just Blink.
Blink alive here to try to defend against three members of Infinity. Can they close it up? Fist cramp. Immortality has been procced.
Oh yeah, it's over.
Laid on the ground, and
no minions either.
Aims for the base.
That was a really nice cooking here coming out from Infinity, especially with this.
They
out from both sides.
It's probably even not that they didn't see it. They seen it, but they had to win that fight. If they didn't win the fight, they were just gonna be blocked, and then that Lord would have marched. They would have lost. So I get it. They tried to Hail Mary. They tried to Hail Mary. They really fumbled their match, bro. They fumbled hard.
They were not having a good time at the end there. Not at all.
Oh man, when I look at this too, I was gonna talk too about the Eudora pickup too. Just was not having its great day there, but like. It's hard. I don't like focusing on what the team did wrong. I've talked with you guys before about this. I'd rather focus on what's the Infinity was able to do correctly. But yeah, they took the advantage. As soon as they were able to counter that final push, what they thought was going to be a final push by DreamHack, they kept the momentum.
I bet everyone yelling at each other so hard right now. Oh no, yeah, for sure, bro. They sold. They sold, bro.
Sure that
luckily, it's just whoever loses goes to lower brackets, so.
But then finally they just mounted such insurmountable odds, taking down 2 high ground towers. Minions consistently.
They can't even say shit to Shakite, though. 15-3-5. She did her job, bro.
They were constantly on a countdown to how long they could engage here before they had more minions starting to push at their base.
Yeah,
but whoever said Shakite won this one,
it's quite painful when you see
give me the ring. No, let me stop.
But it's still not being able
she
to,
should have. They should have. They
for,
should have won,
you know,
but
we saw that situation
wasn't in the
once
card.
again. And I don't know about you guys, but I can only think of one situation when it comes to that almost victory for DreamHack. Like, I can only think that the players, like, they're sitting down in a chair on the desk, you know, playing together, for example. And then when it comes to, like, the last mini waves and they see the base exposed and they're hitting the base, and they were like, oh, okay, we won that game, you know, and they standing up, like, doing high five with the players and not getting words about, like, the minion waves. And surprisingly, Infinity coming up from, coming back and getting triple kill from the blocks, for example, and, trying to, like, getting able to reverse that situation. You know,
I would have just left if that happened to me.
So close to DreamHack once again.
Nah,
like,
I wouldn't let you.
And for me,
sit your ass down.
Because it was like
about to win this next game, nigga.
Than that we saw yesterday when it comes to the closing out situation.
Or you're being deported. Sure, all right.
That might be a very, very painful for them.
Oh man.
We're so close to
hell no.
and now they're 2-1 for Infinity. Once again here, I saw Gu playing very well with the Fubios, especially when they're coming up to knock out the players from Infinity. Rusi was like able to, especially using the Petrify in the right ways here to like neutralize the carry one. Well, we see that situation, you know, that we saw the car minion and Infinity was able to come. It was able to like clean the minion waves, you know, like the base was like 10.
Hold on, wait. Let me. I gotta rewind because I need to know exactly.
Well, we see that situation, you know, that
everyone's hitting it. Everyone's hitting it.
Car minion and Infinity was able to come. It was able to like clean the minion waves, you know, like the base was like 10%.
Bro. All right, what was Go doing there?
Like clean the minion waves, you know, like the base was like 10% of HP. And even though DreamHack
that's wild. They just lost the minion, bro. They lost the minion. All of them was hitting it though. All of them was hitting it.
The Dragon boys. It's so painful. Like not only Chai-Kid with the 15 kills, but with that situation. And I'm worried about like DreamHack. Wrong now to crucial for a thing. Burst damage coming up for making a radiant armor, for example, or add things to avoid most of these damages.
You hate to see it.
For me, it was like the team spirit.
Bro, stop throwing shit.
That was able to win this game. And now that situation here, Private, especially like Infinity cooking DreamHack players, like forcing them to heading back to the base now, you know, like cleaning the minion waves and not getting able to full fight back in the Lord fight.
And our MVP will be
production said, all right, bro, you talking to a little too long, bro. We gotta press the button.
At the end, 845 KDA, 82.7K total.
And you don't deserve that MVP.
699 goals per minute.
Yeah,
Chiquite does.
As they turn things around, as the
Oracle?
front line,
we really built Oracle on Harith?
Come online with the Akai pickup with the Hilda. When they weren't able to finally burst down both of those heroes enough anymore.
Just so y'all know, I will be building Oracle on Harris now.
Able to shine because at the front line, they were wasting so many. Look at Zablotch comes in here. Look at with all the damage here. This is hard to watch. This makes me cringe every single time I see it. If everybody. You saw everybody, 3 people ran and dispersed. That amount of health on the core, I feel like if we would have just everybody stayed together, just hold the line, screw it, everybody auto attack the base, I feel like they could have gotten that.
No, and see that's the thing. That's the problem. All of them were, but at that point, that the Bruno had put 2 hits in after the fact there was no minions. That shit did no damage. There was nothing they could have done at that point. All the minions were cleared. It's just unfortunate. They tried. They tried. They tried.
Did not have
I want to say the only one that didn't hit the damn thing, and that would have probably ended it, was Gus. Gus should have hit that turret.
Gosh, I can't get over they were really so close to getting it. They do an amazing job as Synergize, just getting like the team together and just working it out through the whole. But at the end, I can't get over it.
It was the perfect storm for Infinity too. They did exactly like I said at all aspects of the game. They understand what they need to do. I feel like their draft kind of was hindering them.
Hey yo, I'm leaving, bro. What?
The mid game, it was a real like Lionel. You just were not getting. We were not getting a lot of value out of that Eudora. I feel like it was basically all we were.
Nah, you wanted this
to get all of the defense items. We were waiting,
bro,
for the Akai to get all of the defense items.
Bro hasn't been in a fucking gremlin for like 2 weeks, so now he has to come in and be in the gremlin to the max degree.
Come in and put output a lot of damage. Not just that, but the focus to be able to take down and keep the side lanes pushed out so that you had the amount of minions coming into the top and the bottom where the high grounds were taken out. That meant that the biggest damage dealer, your biggest threat, Shaikiche, had to keep on rotating back to the tower to start taking out those minions. You saw at that last one when she rotated back immediately, Infinity started the fight with them. And I feel like had Shaikiche been there at the beginning of that fight, I think maybe things would have turned around for the side of DreamMax for that fight. Unfortunately, it's just a great game and a great strategy coming out of Infinity.
Yeah, and I agree with Zena because despite what happened in this game, DreamMax did an amazing job. You know, like this situation that could be the victory for anyone. Anyone could win.
No protection from the ring.
But when it comes to that situation that we were talking yesterday, like the close.
Bosses actually kind of want to, and in terms of like design is one of my favorites as well.
Like a ghost coming out from the past.
Just not so much in skill.
To haunt a DreamMax in somehow, so they have to think about it. But now,
who needs
guys,
protection?
I'm really like
not me,
because
I'm a rock,
about, like,
and rocks need no protection from the ring.
Thinking now, I watch Shaikiche is thinking now what the guys are thinking now. After this,
where's my water? I need a drink.
On this third game,
water.
Considering how they lost, you know. So okay, if they lose today, it's not the end. They are heading for the lower bracket, but in a competition, no one wants to lose. Everybody wants to win, you know. So let's see what the boys.
Thanks for the hydrate. Good thing I already hydrated. Yeah.
What I love about this is not over till it's over, and you just
drink again.
Cut it out until you fully get that tower down.
Sure.
You can't pre-celebrate because that's what's gonna happen. You never know. And here they are going into these drafting right here. They're banning out the Zushin, the Gwen, and the Harith, and on the side the Freya, the Soyu, and the Baxia. But they are going to pick up the Marcel.
Yeah, gotta stay hydrated for real. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we've seen how well Marcel, when played correctly, can have a huge effect on teams when it comes to being able to offend ganks or pushes by the enemy team, or even when it comes to the objectives, being able to use that golden hour to freeze out, especially if the enemy team is the second one trying to get position on the turtle. The golden hour does such a great job of keeping them zoned out with more than enough time for you to be able to get a great retribution on there.
Why is she so smiley today, bro? She's too smiley.
I have to wonder, just because DreamMax, oh man, that was basically their game to win. I mean, games like that, I mean, if that doesn't tell you never surrender in any of your ranked games or anything like that, that it's there's always a chance, even if it's like the
hell nah, bruh.
That should be the one to tell you never to surrender. Here now, DreamMax, they're gonna go ahead.
All right, off to rank I go. Brothers, ranking.
Yeah, I have a friend who looks exactly like.
Help Saber, get on your Smurf. Help him rank, bro, please. This man keeps whining to me.
flick and say, "Oh."
I can't help him though. I have no access to my Smurf right now.
Next one. They say, "Oh, what happened? You only."
Because
lost
it's on the
flick.
main app.
Come on.
It's on the main app, and I never converted it. And we can't download the main app.
Analyzing here now. Ooh, Infinity's composition so far with Fredrin and Beatrix here. I'm still waiting for like the chat was talking. Private was talking firstly, and the chat was talking later about like when it comes to Marcel, maybe there's a good chance for like a Changi appearing here with the meteor shower.
Boy, be in here fucking raging every time, like, bruh. Bruh.
Let's see if Infinity is.
I get it, but like, damn. Yo.
About that, but the fact that it's Beatrix appearing here though once again, like I want to see the rest of the composition because okay, with Marcel that could work, but maybe for like with execution with Golden Hour and the ultimate, I think it is as a Wesker, a Joy, if I'm not wrong. You know, that could work for this composition coming out from Infinity. Now a carry here for a DreamX. Ooh, they're banning Kagura here. Considering the mid lane and Farsa, but it's Leonel coming, Leonel bringing Eldora, not surprising that he was about to bring Kagura as well.
Yeah,
Kagura ban is crazy.
The Beatrix and Marcel has been paired up and worked very well together. So I'm not really surprised that she's being chosen there because of the fact that yeah, he's gonna do that Golden Hour and then she's gonna do all of her ultimates on that, and then it's gonna rain down and kill everybody in that spot, right? That massive damage and hold for her there. The carry, I guess they picked this carry to kind of deal with the Fredrin, kind of like be able to knock him down later on here.
Well, as Marcel, because defense.
I'm not even sure what else is open right now.
I'm trying to think. I think it's Wesker is the machine gun or the shotgun. Wesker's Elation.
Okay, thank you.
I think the machine gun is Nibiru.
Wesker
Nibiru's passion
is
the spray that goes out there.
Wesker is the
damage.
bomb.
When you use that with the Golden Hour, they all of that spray just kind of waits there for a second, and then after the Golden Hour ends, boom, you've got this big wave of just a ton of bullets from Beatrix coming out there as well. So I like that
basically
out there. My only problem
the
is
shotgun as well, all of her ultimates.
Team in lane who is not really doesn't really have the domination when it comes to lane domination. So that's something that's
hey, Beatrix isn't bad in lane, is she? She's not bad.
With Marcel too, you've got some great rotation, some great speed, and a great amount of early game.
The Valentina.
The only problem when it
are they looking to steal the Golden Hour?
I was thinking about that Golden Hour that can stop the team from getting into the objective space. Harley's going to be a little harder to catch with that, just because I think the last time we saw the Golden Hour used like that, it was against the Fredrin, who's like kind of bulky, has a little bit of a dash, and it's pretty easy to catch him with a big stun like that. Harley, especially with the way we've been seeing him played at this level, gets around all these different angles. You're basically, you're afraid of every single angle that can come in from the turtle. So it's gonna be something that Infinity is really going to have to be careful and keep track of. But anybody, I mean, Fanboy has been amazing on all of the roams he's choosing here.
Now, like, okay, now we're seeing Valentina coming out from DreamX. High probably here for Shy Kichi in the mid lane. But when it comes to Infinity's response here, I found it interesting here, especially when it comes to Glue. Then when you have a Harley on the other side, that maybe with the teleportation here, Glue using the ultimate that he can glue on the Harley here and cause discontinuous damage so far. So now see Lapu as the last choice here is coming out from a DreamX, and both compositions are finished.
Yes, it looks like a fun match here. Double Golden Hours. Let's go.
Finals time. Let's see.
Oh yeah, it's a great pickup there for the side of DreamX, especially on Shaikiche, who has just been phenomenal in the lane. Unfortunately, even with the phenomenalness that she had with that last game, did take an L for her team. So DreamX, all is on the line here, or they get dropped to the lower bracket. Infinity have got a comfortable little cushion here. This is their
9 p.m.
point.
Oh, sorry guys, my fault. I forgot full
So
screen.
let's see
Something
what's about to
does
happen
that.
here on DreamX versus Infinity on game 4. This could be the last game for the first match for today. And always
9 p.m.
remember, guys,
You got enough
the
time.
loser here, losing team is not done in the tournament. He is heading for the lower bracket and lower bracket. Sorry,
I lied. Forgot it's 2 series. Once again, we're not going to be able to watch the full series. After this week, I'm going to be done with the University Legends, so we'll be able to watch at least South's full matches. Not so much on Thursday and Friday, as I'm going to be working during the time, unfortunately.
Back to the purple buff. I thought it's the purple buff.
Yeah, I was actually wondering about that. I think we saw this before too. I commented on it. Like, what took King so long to get back there? He's just kind of going out there. I do this a lot too when I try to jungle.
No, I'm lying. Thursday, Friday, we can, because I'll be home. It's 7 o'clock, so yeah, I'll be home. I'm gonna have to rush, but yeah, it's doable. We can watch.
You see a little bit of a fight over in the jungle. King was able to pick up the Little Wanderer though.
Yeah, so after first
I was lying.
After the first minute here, bro, teams are focusing on getting the farm, but oh, Blink, what are you doing there?
Yeah, Blink. I mean, this is a lot of CC that Fanboy can have here. Blink's gonna have a little
Bro's just trapped. Bro's trapped.
And Fanboy surrounding there with that damage. Is it gonna be enough to take down Blink? It is not, and that's just kind of what you get with that Hilda, the early game defense and regen. Look at already almost back to full health for Blink.
Almost full HP here for Blink.
That was actually pretty funny. Like, oh man, Blink really couldn't go anywhere for a second. Like, he was just stuck there because he kept trying to run away, but he kept getting caught. Uh-oh.
Oh, ZZ in trouble. 3 members are going to go ahead and surround.
Appraiser's Wrath. Big Appraiser's Wrath.
Slams down, but down goes ZZ. Is not able to get saved, even with a great Appraiser's Wrath that drops 2 members from DreamX down to 25% health. Fanboy and Rusi trying to lock on to Goo, but it's not going to be enough for them to be able to find the damage for that Lapu.
Yeah, I can tell you that one more dagger in ZZ's item here, that could be enough to guarantee 2 kills for Infinity and Fredrin. But here, the fact
Not based off of physical attack, though. It's based off of HP. Which is why I don't like building War Axe on him.
And Goo is trying to do something. Oh, Shaikichi. All right, here we go.
Yeah, Shaikichi does.
Queen's Wings, yes, but not no
chase down Blink, half health left on his Zablotch at the bottom. Deadly Magic is not going to be able to find the kill. ZZ is able to pick up the first turtle though, so they do have a little bit of defense now in their pocket if they're going to be able to use it. And this is what I was talking about before, is Zablotch having a little bit of trouble in the lane. Not really a great a great laner when it comes as a marksman. You're waiting for a few of those items. She's the Beatrix.
Oh, see, you're fine.
With the golden hour, and
you're fine. Beatrix is fine. He just got ganked by a freaking Harley. Of course he's gonna have to recall. It's a Harley. The fact that they survived the Harley says a lot more.
The gold lane now. Fanboy is aware about that. Blink is coming up. ZZ and Lionel. Oh, this is going to be a very interesting situation for Infinity. Let's go.
Oh yeah, Blink actually engages on that. Appraiser's Wrath comes down, slams the Zeus down to 50% from the backside. Shaikiche trying to come in. Are they going to be able to find a kill? Onto Zablotch. A great combination from King and Shaikiche to lay on that damage to find themselves with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, that communication didn't work well now for Infinity because the blocks
We're probably
were
gonna have a
trying to
game
hit
5
the tower, like,
unless
especially with the
DreamHack
gold
messes up.
energy, while the rest of the team
Because
was,
when they start,
focusing
they're
on
always
Blink
good. They're
on the
always
tower
doing
between
fine,
the
and they
tower
always
number
get
1
ahead.
and
But it's just when
number
it comes to
2.
closing
So
out games,
DreamHack
they
once
just
again has
struggle.
the good play here to surprise the blocks on the bottom lane, getting another kill for King.
Yeah, it was actually really great, too, to have DreamHack. Half of them were underneath the tower, and then you had the duo. Ooh, actually coming in with Deadly Magic. Rusi takes a decent amount.
He should have connected.
Gonna be able to find an escape and save his
You probably didn't want to waste the hope.
Ooh, Shakiche, are they looking for a way in? Rusi sitting at about 50%. I think they're going to go ahead and disengage from this, though.
Yeah, so now once again, he have after 5 minutes, another turtle. Oh, Fanboy!
Fanboy with a golden hour that misses all the members of a DreamHack, and with that advantage gone, DreamHack actually clean up with 2 kills onto Infinity. That's going to enable this Lord to go over to DreamHack as well.
Turtle.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure about that, but I have a feeling that we are having 5 games here in this match so far because Marcel is like, okay, maybe I'm being too early. The second turtle here hiding for a DreamHack, okay. But at this point of the game, I mean, like, Marcel, especially in the Fanboy, that could be not so good, especially when it comes to the execution and the initiation. So Infinity
honestly, it's not that bad. They could have picked a different EXP for sure, though.
For a DreamHack, 4 kills.
Glue doesn't work with Marcel at all.
Lead here, almost heading for 3KR in the mid lane.
Yeah, they're looking to try to mount some type of pressure here at the mid. Ooh, Zizi takes a little bit of damage. King comes in. Appraiser's Wrath slams down, but slams down onto Blink on that hill, though, which isn't going to really be doing a ton of damage. Still more pressure starting to mount at this mid. Goo manning the front as Shakiche waiting for an opportunity. Out comes the golden hour, is able to freeze Blink and gets bursted down with the help of a Fanboy who secures the kill for his team. Finally,
point blank
Infinity
too, bro.
On the board.
Just to burn my tongue, but oh, King in the backside.
Ooh, yeah, Rusi is going to be, was going to try to teleport away, but had that deadly magic still on him. Is going to be able to get away from here. Just take a look at the damage there. I believe that was Shakiche, and was that King or Goo that was at the top of the damage? 2 for the side of a DreamHack, just manning up the top of the damage for this game so far.
Yeah, so in the game number 4 here, so now DreamHack has this advantage, especially when it comes to the towers. Oh, once again, King here on Fanboy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he is able to get away from that, but you can see DreamHack already inside the jungle, not really afraid of Infinity, is going to be clearing out there. That's going to go ahead and start them onto this turtle. Ooh, they're going to come in, try to get that damage onto Zeus, who might be in trouble.
Nice.
And Lionel able to find the kill there, turning this around. Infinity's advantage. Down comes the Appraiser's Wrath, but it comes down onto a brilliance, the J-Kite, who was able to negate all of that damage. So a little bit of a wasted ult there coming out from ZZ. DreamHack still not trying to give up this turtle just yet. They're zoned out though, and ZZ's going to be able to pick up the second turtle for Infinity. A 2-4 game, still DreamHack's advantage.
Yeah, it was a clever move coming out from Shakiche here, using the brilliance, the ultimate coming out from a Lunox. Even though that Infinity got the second turtle. Oh, here they come.
Oh, we do have another
You're dead.
Hour there. Zablotch is
Mink.
waiting, and Easy goes down again. This is, I mean, this is what we were trying to do with the golden hour. We were waiting for it to come online for Fanboy. He missed the first one. That kind of beset some of our expectations, but he started to come back online. I feel like 2 golden hours have resulted in a death for the jungler of DreamHack. So started
Still
to
has
get a little bit
ulti,
of
so
that
we
value
gotta be
out there.
careful.
Shakiche comes in here from the flank. Fanboy not looking for a fight just yet.
Yeah, so now meanwhile this was happening on the bottom lane, King was like taking the chance and taking down the second tower on the top side. More map domination coming out from DreamHack so far. No tower number 1 in the mid lane, which unlike most of the people, they consider that is the heart of the map. It is heart of the Land of Dawn here on Mobile Legends, and now both teams are like up to do something on the bush. Like we see like Infinity players on the bush in the goal lane 1, and now they're moving back. They're heading, they're roaming. Meanwhile, there are 30 seconds to the first Lord. Actually, I don't believe there is gonna be another turtle here. So the first Lord is about like 22 seconds, and now the King.
Yeah, that's all 3 turtles.
Using the teleportation. Now he's able to escape. He's able to survive.
Chills.
While the DreamHack is up to do something.
Yeah, when we take a look at those builds, Zablotch had built Malefic Gun and Sea Halberd, which is interesting to me because usually with Malefic Gun, you want to have like a base of damage for it. Like what we saw yesterday from DreamHack, or what we saw yesterday from the Beatrix was an early game BOD. So you had a huge amount of damage that was being output by them. Here, we've gotten the range, we've gotten some anti-heal, so I feel like we're kind of nerfing a little bit of the damage. Ooh, Brilliance is coming out here from the side of Lionel to try to get away. Golden Hour is out. It doesn't really catch anybody from the side of DreamHack. On the backside, King might be in a little bit of trouble.
Golden Hour, dumb. Golden Hour, Golden Hour. Dude, how did you miss?
As ZZ gets caught, is that gonna be enough to take him down? It is not. And for the side of DreamHack having trouble, King has just been getting
Fanboy goofed up his Golden Hour. He could have froze 3 of them. That would have been so good.
That has not shied DreamHack away from some of these fights. Here you see Blink and Goo right up on the front trying to come in with that bravest fighter form from that Lapu. Goo takes a little bit of damage. A stun issued out to the side of Rusi. Now on top with the ultimate does allow ZZ to pick up the Lord for the side of Infinity. Now they're looking for a fight. Goo in trouble, gets taken down, but immediately answered back by Zeus. Now, the 3 members, Shankiche does get a little bit of a stun, but now gonna focus their efforts on trying to clear out the lane and the Lord pressing at top.
Yeah, but I told you guys before the game started, I was like hoping that Rusi with the glue using the ultimate on King, because when he uses the ultimate, it doesn't matter if the King using the teleportation or not. He hears his talk, you know, on King's head, and that would happen and guaranteeing the kill for on the DreamHack jungler. And not only that, but getting the way easier to get the Lord. But now the Lord here like almost being useful in the top.
I'm kind of just like locked in right now watching, but for some reason every time I'm watching that I get so sleepy all of a sudden. I don't know what it is.
Interesting situation from both teams, especially for Infinity here, like getting the Lord. And now we have a cursed helmet for Rusi here, more like magical damage so far. Oh, magical
DreamHack
defense.
Figure out a plan here at the beginning, before we get later and later here, because right now the only reason that DreamHack is winning, I feel like, is because the immense amount of damage they're able to output. From the top 5 damage, 4 of those belong to DreamHack right now, but that's because kind of the slow play that is coming out from Zablotch. Finally, you see there has picked up the BOD, so now once that Nibiru's Passion comes out, it will be doing a good amount of damage to DreamHack, depending on what their defense is looking like as well. But like I said, right now, DreamHack, I mean, they have the damage, they have an immense amount of damage, but still getting thwarted, getting pushed away from a lot of these objectives. When it comes to getting trapped underneath the Golden Hour, or Rusi, who's doing such a great job on this glue to be able to kind of get to those back lines and get to the squishies to be able to find a lot of the damage there. 3K advantage by DreamHack so far at the 13-minute mark.
Yeah, Holy Crystal out for Lionel. So meanwhile, DreamHack is like working once again so clever in the micro game here, taking down the tower number 2 on a bottom line here. Only the second one remaining on the mid lane for Infinity. After the 13 minutes, we are seeing here the gold lane heading for DreamHack, almost 4K exactly. But once again, we saw something similar in the last game. DreamHack was about to win the game, but with like only 10% of the HP, they were not able to win. But now, oops, ZZ and Leona can be surprised.
Oh, Blink goes into the back line, caught by a golden hour. Is that going to be enough?
Past the flicker.
Ooh, actually able to find the target. Zeus in trouble, trying to get underneath the tower to take down the glue. Is that going to be enough? Zeus, ooh, gets taken down by Lionel, who dives in.
Oh, God, you cooked yourself, brother.
Taken down as well. That is 3 down.
Anybody else see something move across the screen?
DreamHack Infinity looking for an opportunity to be able to take down this Lord. King is still up, finds the damage. Excuse me, finds the damage from that ultimate to be able to take down Lionel. Now a golden hour. Sakiche right there and wait, but Zablotch is ready to take down that Lord.
I saw the golden hour say, what's going on? But actually it was Shaikichi using the ultimate from Valentina to try to steal the Lord. Even though there was clever move, that was unsuccessful for DreamHack. But once again, King using the flank to get a kill on Lionel. But they lost the players in the process. They lost the Lord once again. And let's see how this Lord is going to be used by Infinity.
I almost feel like that golden hour might have worked against them, because that allowed Zablotch with the Nibiru's passion. That's a lot of damage that you can dish out with the Nibiru's passion to wave past into the Lord. Now a lot of power mounting into that mid lane. They do take down the tier 1 tower at mid, starting to work onto the tier 2. DreamHack so far not able to answer back with too much defense of their own. Minions mounting at bottom, Lord coming up at top. You could see waiting. King looking for an angle to try to come in with that deadly magic. Is he going to be able to find it?
Oh, man.
Find the kill, but in comes the rest of DreamHack to finish the job for him. Now the rest of DreamHack going to have to pay attention to this Lord that is crashing up at top, and Zeus with the speedy light wheel is more than enough damage to take it down.
Once again,
yeah, why does it seem like that carry moving like hyper speed, bro? Is it the skin?
We're seeing here now once again the damage dealt ranking with the Shaikichi and King both from DreamHack. Oh, also Goo in the 3rd place here, coming out from DreamHack. Here we have 3 players from the Dragon Boys. So the game now here, almost everything is tied up. Goo, let's go.
Yeah, Glue might be in a little bit of trouble here as he latches onto Zeus. And Zeus, who might be uses that flicker to get away from the golden hour there. And now Blink takes a heck of it. Brazer's Wrath gets taken down. Rusi pays for it on the other side as well. 1 down for both teams here, 9 and 9 apiece.
Yeah, so 1 player down for both teams. Only 38 seconds left with the next Lord, but it's going to be time enough for the players to get back once again. DreamHack was like trying to cause this pressure on Infinity's jungler to push the minion waves to avoid this kind of troubles, especially when it comes to the next Lord here, because if the minion waves are like pushed away from your side, it could be very interesting when you get the Lord, or even though you lose the Lord, at least the minion waves are not like pushed against your side. But now 6 seconds to the next Lord. DreamHack here like trying to play in this macro, trying to work with this macro, and now I believe that they have a better position. Now Lionel has to take care about that on the jungler on the downside, but now both teams are not both teams, only Infinity is heading for the Lord at this moment, but Blink, they're trying to flank here versus Infinity.
Yeah, and down to 50%, down to 25. On the other side,
10%, and ZZ gets it, bro.
Is able to pick up the Lord. Fight has been issued out.
Good. What are you aiming at, brother?
Onto Rusi. Ooh, actually able to use that flicker. Rusi on the wrong side of the map right now. Shaikiche able to make short work of him, but DreamHack do have themselves a Lord that they are going to have to contend with at the bottom lane. Still trying to mount a bunch of this pressure at mid. Eventually they're gonna have to turn away.
Yeah, another Lord here that actually apparently is going to be useful for Infinity, but now here they come. Here they are playing together, causing expression here, especially in the mid lane. But look again, Blink trying to get a backline, trying to do something here to help DreamHack.
Ooh, Zeus with the speedy light wheel gonna go ahead and spray on some damage onto ZZ. Oh,
Golden Hour
is out there. Shaikiche's own Golden Hour is going to be enough. Goo finds a kill onto Lionel, who replies and is able to take down Shaikiche.
ZZ's dead.
On the chopping block. The deadly magic going to make short work of him. Fanboy and Zablotch running for the hills. They are not going to be able to sustain into these fights. And unfortunate for DreamHack, they do have to turn their attention to try to protect these high grounds.
Yeah, 2 for 1 here for DreamHack, but at least at this time, the minions were able to take down the tower on the top side here. No high ground for DreamHack. The minion waves on the top sides for Infinity. My goodness, another like close match from coming out from both teams here. Like Infinity is getting the Lord, you know, but most of them are like, okay, only getting the Lord to buy more time to take in a breath after a DreamHack's pressure for most of the time at this game. So it is working so far. They're still waiting for like Lionel with this high true damage coming out in the late game, or Zablocks with the huge damage with this Beatrix also. But DreamHack is doing a great job, especially when it comes to trying to find a flank, trying to find a backline here with Blink, with a King here to burst the damage to surprise the Infinity's composition. That is also working well. So this is a game that is going to be closed by details.
Yeah, and I feel like the difference here, this is going
to
be
man.
a game. These guys are so evenly matched, even with this draft, and especially with both teams having a golden hour to really be able to compete with. It's just been immediately, it's so hard for either of them to be able to find like those great engagements that they want here. See a big build up here at the L bush for DreamHack, looking for an opportunity to try to come in on the backside. ZZ and Blink kind of duking it out there. DreamHack are making me nervous here, just watching them kind of like shift and adjust, looking for the angle, coming in onto the backside, looking for Fanboy, who finds himself a golden hour. Shaikiche using the brilliance. What I am you brilliant, or that was Lionel. That was kind of scary for me. I was like, what was, I was so confused. But yeah, Lionel able to get away from there. One person down. That's going to be the jungler for the side of Infinity. Do they want to try to contest this? We do have another brilliance coming out from Lionel. It's not going to be able to do too much damage, and unfortunate for Infinity, not in a great position. They're still trying to press their advantage here as the Lord gets reset, and DreamHack unable to capitalize even with the jungler down.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure here on the DreamHack's shoulders because the Lord is not getting done by the Dragon Boy so far. 10 seconds for ZZ coming back from the game again, but now they decided to try and melt down this Lord as sooner as they can. Here we go, Private.
Yeah, you're gonna see now they still have 3 seconds. ZZ just got back up here. Lord down to golden hour, hoping that they can close the distance for ZZ. A big damage going on into the back line. Another golden hour. The Lord has been reset. Rusi in trouble. Shaikiche.
Oh my days.
Shaikiche. Zablotch able to answer back, and so is a Blink. 2 down for both teams right now. Evened out. King gonna be looking for a way into here. Is taking some damage down onto those lanes, but is going to have to go back to the base. Oh, actually, he doesn't. He stops that recall and is looking for an angle to get into here. Oh, do they not know? King is on the side. He's going to be looking for
my days.
Deadly magic. Zablotch, not long for this world. Has the immortality, though. Is the rest of the team going to be there? Shaikiche is there to dish out the damage. Immortality proc from ZZ. King trying to put the damage on to the enemy jungler. And that is 4 people down for Infinity. DreamHack looking to tie this up. Putting the damage onto the core, but they don't have the damage.
What? Well, why are not they getting the Lord? King are like trying to regen this HP. Now he's full
I'm
HP
so
once again.
confused. What the
Okay,
fuck
they went
happened?
for the Lord once again. King and Shaikichi, and now Blink trying to do this front line. But Infinity is coming also to the fight back here. Let's go, Private.
Oh,
I'm so
King
confused. What the
decided
fuck
to
just
go ahead and
happened,
put some
bruh?
damage on the fanboy, taking their attention from the Lord, diving into the backside. Lionel might have opened himself up for a lot of damage. DreamMax immediately blow him up, and King, along with the rest of the DreamMax, have claimed the 24-minute Lord.
No dangerous situation in that time for DreamMax here, guaranteed this Lord, which is was immediately heading on in the mid lane here. Now, DreamMax with the Lord advantage, with the player numbers advantage, they can have the final push here to turn the game tied up so far, Private.
Yeah, high ground.
Yeah, that's going
tower
down.
mid being focused on. Ravis fighter form comes in from Goo. Fanboy. Ooh, on the backside, Rusi uses the Hunter crown, trying to last out a little
I might wanna.
longer.
Oh my days.
Comes the appraiser's wrath. ZZ able to find himself a kill. Golden hour. The damage onto Blink does not finish the job. Lord swinging away on the core. Shakiche finds a kill onto the jungler. Is this the end? DreamMax are taking us to a game 5.
Oh my days.
Oh my goodness, why things has to be so difficult for DreamHack, especially when it comes to finish the game. But the reality is 2-on-2, everything is tied up in this best of 5, Xena.
And here we have it. We're going to a best of 5. They always take it all the way, these two teams, but they give us a show, right? That back and forth between the two is really cool to see them, you know, like go just clash. I don't know. But that one time DreamMax was that killed everyone, and then we're on the Lord. I was kind of like, they had the Lord free for them, right? I was kind of like, why aren't they going for it? But was it a strategic play?
I'm not sure if it's about strategic. Well, I mean, yeah, it was strategic just because they could not afford to just focus on the Lord because of what members. I believe it was still Fanboy that was up. They didn't have the damage to be able to burst the Lord down. So at the best, they probably would have been 50% down by the time the rest of the team had come up. So I think I appreciate the call. As long as everybody, honestly, whatever the call, as long as the entire team's on the same page, I'll support it, because they all turned away from it, and they're like, okay, we just need to set up for this next fight. And for them, it was a benefit because they got the jump. They were able, Lionel was so desperate to get into there, dove so deep. They weren't even focusing the Lord yet, but Lionel dove so deep with the brilliance that by the time the brilliance end, Lionel had been chunked down by DreamMax there. So that really afforded them the opportunity to be able to push back Infinity.
Yeah, so everybody here has a time, has a period that they are being impatient. And that was Infinity's turn now, especially with Lionel trying to like solve the problem to save the day here for Infinity, but it wasn't enough. But once again here, DreamMax, the early game was really good for them, especially with King getting the kills, especially with the 31s. But that composition coming out from Infinity, it was about like getting up. They needed time, especially for Lionel here and Lunox with a very strong late game. But even though DreamHack was like, okay, they were like looking for the best way, the best chance to get advantage on team fights. For example, we all used to see so many times King and Blink trying to flank, trying to backline here, especially with the King trying to burst damage with the ultimate coming on from Harley, for example. And it was like working so well. But at some point of the game, I think that DreamHack was like, they were having so much pressure in their shoulders that they were like, okay, we have to get the lore, but we have to like get at least 3 players down coming out from Infinity here to secure the Lord like easily, you know. So it wasn't really easy for a DreamHack to do that. But even though like Lionel once again being so early trying to solve the problem, there was a goal chance for them to get the Lord and the final push.
I mean, it was it was huge for the side of DreamHack. I feel like Infinity's draft. You're absolutely right. It took time to get online, but Xena.
Yes, big moment, create stars. And this player rose to the occasion time and time again. It is Shaikiche with 6,212 KDA, 104.2k total damage, and 596 gold per minute. She is such a rising star. Like, she has been a constant factor in wins or stays like less feeding. Like, she doesn't feed as much even if they lose. She is like very consistent. She's an amazing player.
Yeah, I've been saying it consistently about Shaikiche when it comes to her ability to maintain focus, understand what she needs to do separate from the team. Even if the team is losing, she very narrowly finds herself out of position. Here, I was almost gonna say I felt like it was almost a hurdle for Shaikiche to have the golden hour, to continue to use the golden hour, because I felt like she was doing so much better when she was able to use damage for the team to be able to get a lot of those kills. But here, even with a support-esque type of ultimate, able to really be a pillar for the type for DreamHack here, to be able to find these great angles and to be able to kind of find a lot of these kills as well.
Yeah, despite of this DreamHack's lineup here being so good with so good players, I'm not afraid to say that Shaikiche here is the best player of the DreamHack so far. You know, especially that she being one of this pillar, playing so solid with a high performance with the most of the times. You know, she doesn't compromise, she doesn't feed, as Xena said. So when it comes to bring some comfort zone for DreamHack, Shaikiche is the answer on that lineup so far, especially with these changes that we saw from a few days coming out from DreamHack.
Yeah, I do enjoy the change that they have on the roster. I feel like they're shining a little bit more in their roles. Especially King, he did an amazing job just switching back into the jungle role like he used to do before there, and the new players as well, showing that support for the team. They do run the map pretty well in the early, and that shows great teamwork for sure.
Yeah, my only complaint here, I mean, I'm kind of heartbroken. I'm kind of tossed out. I feel like it's a menage a trois of two of the players, two of my favorite players here, Shaikiche and Fanboy, who's been doing such a great job of the roam on the side of Infinity. I've absolutely loved his choices out there. Here on the side of Infinity, though, I feel like we really leaned into that late game without really... I mean, they weren't getting torn apart in the early games. They just lacked a lot of the oomph in the firepower that they needed for a lot of these engagements. And I felt like when we looked at Beatrix's build, the first two items were a Malefic gun and a Sea Halberd. Like that's saying, like, you're really not doing much in the early game to be putting out that damage. I do like, and I know it's kind of a niche thing.
Damn, all the bans, bro.
When I saw it yesterday, they immediately went for the BOD because
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50.
The main source of damage for the team when that golden hour comes down. And unfortunately here, as we moved later and later, you started seeing the damage coming out. You started finally seeing Infinity start to creep up in that late game. But by then, I feel like DreamHack had afforded them enough cushion to finally be able to finish.
Yeah, they really brought us to a game 5.
We didn't have enough offense in the early game.
We ain't gonna have enough time. We got like we got 2 hours, bro. We got 2 hours before grand final. So
once again, Infinity showing the respect about Zunshin, so no Zunshin in this last game so far in this best of 5. DreamHack banning Suyu and Boxer. Oh, hey, where is Freya, by the way? Freya is being open so far. I wonder. Oh,
I'm sure they didn't forget.
Yeah, the first big, especially
oh, there you go.
The first big coming out from DreamHack. Yeah,
Darn, we thought we were gonna see her.
Dang. I'm actually kind of mad, Rika. You got my hopes up for a little bit there.
know,
Like,
we
did
got-
we see a Freya fight? Nope. I think did we see a Freya yesterday? No, right?
We
No,
never
no.
seen
We
her
have
yet, no.
we're absolutely 0% here in the south for the Freya. Here on the side of DreamHack, they're gonna go ahead and scoop up Harris very quickly, and I like this too because they banned out the Phobius, so you took out the biggest weakness that Harris has out there. Do we go with a Granger pickup on
A Barat?
Infinity or a Barats?
They're picking up the Barats. Yeah, they that Granger is still open for them on their side as well. I was gonna say, what marksman is even open anymore? Like they used Bruno Carey and what is it?
Claude?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah, they use
I don't
Claude.
know.
They use Bruno, Carey, Claude,
There.
Clint.
Oh, Moskov.
They done used all the marksmen, bruh.
That was one of the few last
Bruno,
year,
Carey,
it was,
Claude, Clint.
still getting to be used in the meta or in the competition so far. So Barat here probably the highly probable heading for the jungle here for a ZZ. It's a good choice in my opinion because it has like a stacking. By the time that he was like getting hit, getting damage, he was stacking his ability, stacking his buff here, especially with his ultimate to get this possibility for isolate a player, for example, for the rest of the team with follow-up with the damage. That could be very interesting for
Speaking of,
the response.
yeah, that just reminded me. I need to go to that.
Strong, especially with an X-Borg and
Be right
Lars
back.
as well.
For me, I like the Farza. I like the damage that's going to come out there. That's going to be a real thorn on the side of the Moskov. But to answer that immediately with a Kagura, I know I shouldn't lose hope because Shaikiche has been the queen of like positioning, knowing where you need to be on the map to keep yourself out of harm's way. But Kagura just really specializes in being able to kind of take down, especially still. She specializes with taking down marksmen, but when it comes to a target that is going to be still, that you need to be for those feathered airstrikes, it's like, man, we need, I feel like we're gonna need to really be able to lock down this Kagura or protect our Farza. Kagura is gonna be, and if your focus is to chase down Kagura, she's actually very slippery because she's got that umbrella escape that she can use to try to get away, and it's very risky here for both of these sides.
Yeah, they're gonna for sure. Kagura is a great choice there to go for that Farsa, but like you were saying, Shaikiche is really good with her positioning and great at not dying. So that's gonna be fun to see how she's able to get away from all of that, or if she's gonna be chased away and she can't make that damage. But they're gonna go ahead and target Fanboy here, banning out that minnow. See, keeping it low on the roam choices here. Also, Kalea is being taken out as well.
Yeah. So if you say that Shaikichi here is like an undying person, is an undying player so far, when it comes to playing with Gord, for example, with a zero mobility, don't tell me when she comes with a Farsa, for example, with the bird form, you know.
Yeah,
so
true,
it is gonna,
true.
It's gonna be very, very like interesting for Shaikichi here and the Farsa in that composition so far, Private.
Yeah, and now that we're whittling down, I am kind of wondering where we're going. A lot of respect being paid to Fanboy here with that Minotaur taken off the board there as well. I am kind of curious where we go. We've already had the Bellaric out there. Minotaur is not going to be an option. Chip was the first pick, so that's not going to be an option for them as well. We still have Kufra, but it doesn't really shine except for against Harith. Here is where the Kufra would shine, unless we're really talking like him being able to get a lot of those sets. I'm actually very curious where we go. It's going to be the next pick going over to Infinity. Uranus out there, and I'm actually, is this going to be a XP or a roam?
That's right, Private. I too am very curious to see where we're gonna put the roam in this match. We have the Uranus, we have the Barras, we have a good amount of durability, but we still need that roam answer. We could possibly see a support here with all of the roams being banned out. Maybe a Matilda to get to that back line for the Farsa. Also put a little CC on that Harith. It's a good option, but We're gonna have to see.
Yeah,
All right,
guys,
how was that?
I'm feeling.
Yeah. I can definitely do this shit, bro.
I'm feeling an.
I can do this shit.
I was about to say when you were naming them, I'm like Atlas was another one, but I don't know. I think Kufra would be better.
Yeah.
Please no Atlas.
I mean, despite that they lost with Atlas, with the last Atlas from Infinity here, I believe
Gato
that is gonna be,
Kata.
like, a very huge wall coming out from Infinity's composition with Renas or Barrett,
chills.
for example. And I think that Atlas here, like using the ultimate with the execution, it can come with the burst here coming out from Kagura and just following up from damage, you know. And I believe that could be very very interesting, especially if they wanna like turn the team fights longer as they need to guarantee objectives and other things on
There it is.
But no, Kufra, okay. My bad.
As I was thinking about it, and I sat on it and I let it digest in my stomach a little bit. In the early game, we don't need to worry about Harith too much because he doesn't have the damage just yet. Farza, though, with the feathered airstrike, we can use that Tyrant's Rage to be able to close the distance and absolutely disable Shaikiche, or at least be a threat for Shaikiche. And then as we move into the later and later game, that the bouncing ball that Kufra does can be the threat to the Harith pickup. So we'll see how this comes together. Man, it's a high risk, high reward. We are at a game 5. Both these teams know what they're doing. It's hard to try to pick here.
Thank you for the hydrate. Good news. It's always when it's random, I know it's you. But if it's like, if I'm like focused,
yeah, my friend Private,
I feel like
so
it's
let's
not
go.
you.
So now taking this opportunity to thank you once
I don't know if that
again,
makes
guys,
sense.
in the chat. So hello to the Casablanca, hello to GM Hunter, Dras Ray, Tommy, everybody on the chat, the Churro, Zena. Yeah, somebody told me that she's a really nice girl coming out in the chat again here. So everybody, thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to send a like. Don't forget to share the broadcast. Call your friends because this is the last game coming out from the first match. DreamHack versus Infinity. Things are gonna be wild here.
Hey, don't low key. What don't low key? What do you mean?
I'm actually very curious to see how some of these compositions are going to work into each other.
Oh, it don't make sense.
Going with the Daytona's welcome too from ZZ.
I gotta explain shit to you niggas.
Be able to take down on the side of DreamHack. Is that maybe King that we're going to be looking for? If we kind of gulp him up there right before the objective is about needing to be retrieved, is that the plan here?
And see, that's something we will explain. Ah, fuck.
Certain drafts that really kind of, especially
Adjusting
here at
my
Game 5,
sleeves as they're starting to
really
aggravate
kind
me.
of dig into those hero pools to see what a lot of these teams have left out there. So far, not too much. Ooh, we have Tyrant's Rage that does catch on the Blinks. Now, damage coming out from ZZ, and Blinks might be in a little trouble. 4 members able to tear down Blinks, and that's going to be the first blood for Infinity.
Yeah, so playing together here, it works so well for Infinity getting the first kill. And now 15 seconds down for the first turtle, but once again on the river, the X-Bar could be in trouble.
Said I was on a date? No. I have grand finals tonight.
Yeah, in the early game here, Infinity really taking an
I dressed up.
advantage here.
I dressed up yesterday too. I was wearing dark blue. Yo, does the red look that good compared to the blue? You're the like third person that's done said something about it. Is red? All right. Wear more red. Apparently. Apparently, yeah, I like red.
Out comes the feathered airstrike, but Zablach quick.
Red is like a romantic color. No, it is.
Yeah, so the first turtle here.
Don't tell me that, because I was gonna wear this to work tomorrow. Bro.
Yeah, but Goog actually trying to come in there. But I mean, you've got the stacks coming on from Rusi. The more he gets hit, the more healing he gets for his team. So he's just trying to keep that up. You see, he even goes into the tower to take a shot there. Now he's going to go onto the gold minion, try to keep up those stacks for his healing ability.
Yeah, so while we're watching this battle on the top side, oh, here we go.
Yeah, Blink in a little bit of trouble, doesn't get it. Kona's welcome, but Shakiche is right there to take down ZZ. Fanboy down to 50% health. Lionel able to find a kill onto Shakiche. This is what we were worried about, but Lionel not able to find an escape for himself either.
Yeah, so Leonel was trying to escape with the umbrella, but he wasn't fast enough here. But now 2-2 on the kills so far, and both teams are waiting for the next turtle. We're seeing now the damage dealt ranking so far. Goo, but he can be surprised. Rusi versus 3.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah, you saw that final slash come out.
Bro was trying to run for his life.
The feathered airstrike. What a play coming out from DreamHack. That's just connection and communication and synergy with your teammate.
Yeah, but now here comes a try for response. Oh, here we go.
The Tyrant's Revenge and Tyrant's Rage out there. King has to disperse. He didn't want to have to deal with that SOD from the incoming Zablotch, so he has to back away, unfortunately tying this up at 3-3 apiece. Speaking of 3, the trio down here from DreamHack unable to find the kill onto Zablotch. Tyrant's Rage warming up, tuning up the band is a Fanboy as they continue to try to spray on this damage. 4 members of Infinity here out as well. A Rogue Umbrella goes out, does not connect. Blink with the healing out there. Now Rusi.
Like how my eyes is really fucking did the goddamn Naruto. The Sharingan movement. Looking at every damn thing moving on the screen right now.
The AOV from the side of DreamHack. We do find a kill on the side of King, able to find himself a kill there as well. No pressure.
Zablotch, run!
A little bit of trouble here. Are they going to dive underneath the tower? They choose not to. Instead, while King's trying to put on the damage.
X-Borg jungle, bruh.
Or this turtle.
I'm telling y'all, bro, you can use X-Borg in every lane. I swear it. You can use him everywhere, and he would actually do good. Rome is like the only one that's questionable, but everywhere else he does do good.
That means more resources, more items for a zoo.
You can use him in mid because technically he does true damage. You don't have to block. You can't block true damage, bro. So you can use him in mid. You can use him on gold because he does constant damage and he can dominate the lane. He has range to like dominate the marksman. And obviously you can use him on EXP because that's what he was initially intended for. And then jungle, he does good in jungle as well. Has the clear, has the blast insanity.
And they do such a great job of it in the early game. In fact, I want to say in the early game for DreamHack, we find very little to complain about when it comes to them. It's just in the late game where we have those issues. AOD coming out from the side of Blink does not connect, but mostly used to zone out the rest of the Infinity.
Yeah, Infinity was trying to like get more damage.
You say we're playing earlier. We surrendered because our roam was trolling. Bro.
Garden here, like they avoided. DreamHack avoided that situation, but now
I heard you were marksmaning.
He
was telling me about it.
Be a 1v3, but now the rest of the teams are Infinity are heading for the mid lane.
Yeah, that was interesting too. They saw an opportunity up at top, but I don't think they actually liked it. Ooh, Fanboy does catch a Tyrant's Rage, but Goo able to find himself an escape. Ooh, they really are diving deep onto Zablotch here to zone him away and find the first tower of the game.
Yeah, Zablotch here now is in trouble. He doesn't have the first tower here, so he has to play a back. He has to like get a safe all the time here, especially when he doesn't get an info about the rest of the DreamHack team. But now the next turtle is on the top side of the river, and both teams are dancing.
Oh, yeah, Shakiche looking for an angle to try to get in here. They're trying to push away Rusi. Feathered airstrike comes down. King
ZZ's dead.
Himself a lord. ZZ in trouble, gets pulled back, and Goo able to find the kill. Meanwhile, Rusi is able to find a tower at top. And at the bottom, they're going to be able to find another tower here. Last Insanity comes out, is able to find the kill onto Lionel, and they are going to make short work of this mid tower. Fanboy just narrowly able to get away. But what I'm impressed
Do
with
it.
is the macro coming out of Infinity. Even with that lost fight, they're able to find 2 towers.
Yeah, they got 2 towers here. The goal lead was not so far for DreamX here. And now Rusi versus Harriet on the top side here. Okay, Serenus versus Harriet is not like it's not like a thing that we used to see every day. But once again, Infinity, yeah, I'm not sure if like ZZ with the Barrett here is doing a good job. But now Rusi can be the next victim.
And down is coming the damage for the side of a DreamX. Zeus able to find the tower up at top. And now looking for a little bit of a disengage. They're trying to push out the side of Infinity from this fight.
Yeah, but once again, DreamX getting the Blade of Destiny here, hitting no one. ZZ could be in trouble. 4 players and
Rusi's
Rusi
dead.
again.
Yeah, Rusi in trouble here as down comes the Zaman force for that side. Zablotch able to find a kill or find a tower at the bottom. Out
You're
comes
dead.
the feather
Mink.
airstrike for Shaikiche. King able to find Fanboy with that last insanity. Now ZZ alone at the top tower. Goo getting taken on by 2 members here. Is he gonna be able to find the kill? Final shot comes out to Zablotch, but Zablotch able
Shake about to get
find the
1 or
outplay.
2.
But now here comes their DreamX response. This is 2v3.
Oh, Shay!
He was able to get back in the face, and some blocks were
That's so unfortunate, bro.
Okay, bye, my friend. I have to go. Maybe you lose
Like,
your
I'm sorry,
life,
bro. You're
but
dead.
I'm safe. And now here's
Don't leave
the
me
goal
here.
for DreamX.
I know.
Infinity is coming
I don't know
up.
who it was that
We
just
have
left,
a
to be
fight back
honest.
here.
Oh, who's dead? Yeah, you're
Now
dead.
they're gonna go ahead and continue. ZZ able to find an early kill onto Shaikiche. That's gonna be a big amount of damage down for the side of DreamX. That's gonna push them away from this Lord, while Infinity now gonna start pushing into this fight. Final slash comes out. SOD coming out from Zablotch. We do have the Avatar the Guardian slamming down onto both sides, looking for an angle to get in here. Blink taking a whole lot of damage. Down comes the Zaman Force, able to take down Lionel. ZZ in trouble. That's gonna be the Infinity Jungler down.
Oh,
for the
he's dead.
count.
A
Rusi
triple.
next on the chopping block. Zeus able to find the kill there. That's 3 players down for Infinity.
Oh, baby, a triple.
3
Bro.
players down
I forgot
here.
that was even a
DreamX
thing.
Getting 3 triple kill. Oh, triple kill.
Oh,
Actually,
that's
coming
another
from
one.
Zeus. Oh, once again, now Zablotch is the next victim, and this Lord could not
Good,
be
it's just
easier than that.
Doing good on this Arla.
Yeah, now they're gonna come in here. This is gonna
Not
be
doing
a
like
very
amazing, but he's
easy
doing pretty
Lord
good.
for DreamX here, 14-5 Infinity. Their backs are against the wall here against DreamX. This is game 5. There are no more chances for this series. They need to be able to find an angle, find an advantage that they can use to find an angle for some type of success here. Right now, they're getting out damaged, they're getting output, they're getting pushed away.
Oh, Tiger start sitting that goal doing nothing because I
And
went to
don't know
stop a
what else
roam.
they have in the tank for this.
From invading Sabres, blue buff.
So
Tiger was
Fanboy
getting
here
cooked
is
by them,
trying
bro.
to do something. He's trying to flank. He's trying to get this initiation, especially with the Tyrant's Revenge and the Wrath. But the fact is, maybe there's not like enough damage yet coming out from Infinity's composition. When you see like Zablocks here, like I'm not sure if I see only 2 items, but now he comes again. DreamX.
Yeah, right now, the Feathered Airstrike being used in succession with this rushing power. Lionel in a little bit of trouble here. Final Slash is going to push Rusi into the back line as well. Shaikiche trying to lay on the damage on the back line too. Rusi taking a heap of damage, trying to find an escape. Zaman Force has been laid out. Still 4 members left of Infinity. Lord ticking away at the bottom high ground tower.
Goal leading here, almost very high for DreamX. I think that they're heading for the final push. Could it be?
Yeah, is this going to be the end? It does look like DreamX. Ooh, this is where they kind of have a little falters when it comes to the last end of game. Last Insanity is out. In comes the winter.
Ah, this is it.
Easy, but does not save him from the rest of the damage of 5 members of DreamX. And
yeah, they got to kind of back off. King is a little low.
To disengage from the core there.
Perhaps go for this top. Watch out for Fanboy.
Another high ground tower, mid and top now being focused on. Infinity not able to
Feather airstrike, spacing them out, and then they go for Lord. Go for Lord. Take this turret and oh, okay, just go for Lord then. I mean, if y'all want this too.
Final high ground tower. Now they're gonna come in. Avatar the Guardian slams down. Last Insanity.
Take the turret. All right, get the fuck out.
Zeus able to find the tower, but Infinity have to disengage back to their tower. DreamX disengage from the core, but with a victorious push.
If I ever coach a team and I see them do some greedy shit, everybody getting their ass beat after. I swear. Nah, let me stop.
Playing so well at this 5th and the last game. We're seeing the items so far: the Trinity Core for Moskov, Golden Staff, Corrosion Sight, Demon's Sword here, Demon Hunter. Meanwhile, you have Harriet with the Stallion Side, Heaven's Feather, Holy Christian, and Infinity Glaive so far here. So it's a Harriet with 5 kills coming out from Zeus, and now DreamX waiting for another Lord. They don't want to take any kind of risks here to lose this game. Now here we go. Calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the knife.
And another feathered airstrike is going to be able to take down Rusi. Zeus with the finishing touches.
Nah, they're getting an ass beat. Yeah, you're dead, brother. GG going.
That's going to be a jungler down.
Bro, just go for the.
Are they looking to finish the job?
Bro, just okay, I guess.
I don't think he dares use that teleport to come behind them now.
I guess.
To spray
oh, nice final slash. All right, yeah, that's GG. That's it. It's over.
The damage is out. Lionel down. Is Fanboy.
I do that same shit with Gadakacha. I'll take turret shots on purpose, use a revitalize, just to keep slamming onto the turret, bro. Because you'll keep getting your passive from the turret damage.
DreamX slashes away and guarantees the upper bracket situation, Zena.
Wow, they showed it here, guys. They are the better team, is what they're trying to say, because they had like. They had the 3 clashes, 1-1 each, and then they got this one on the 3rd, right? But there's still more chance for Infinity to go against them, right, later on. So we still have more to see for sure. But the changes that they've had has seemed to make them a terror to deal with. DreamX started off strong again with the round, like 4-0 in kills by the 5-minute mark, and then they kept it pretty even, and then they kept rolling with it, right? And they ended up taking it all in the end and dominated with 21-6. That is crazy. A wonderful job by the team.
Yeah, King here with 6-0 and 11. There's just a man when it comes to the draft here for the side of Infinity. I mean, Barat's. I just don't think it worked.
That bro got that Throg cut. You talking about Rico? Are you talking about Rico, bro?
Exactly what he needed to do to be able to kind of take down that pick, especially with the Uranus out there too. Xborg was just a great solution out here, especially once you get all those stacks up, you start doing true damage to them as well. Here you see 6-0 and 11.
Are we talking about Rico?
He was, especially in that
dude on the right. Yeah, you're talking about Rico, bro.
On the damage to the point that Infinity was not able to hold that front line of them.
Oh man.
Yeah, and despite this whole idea, they had to get a physical damage hero here, because they were bringing Shite
from Invincible. I know.
Both magical, so someone has to be responsible.
That's why I was
for
laughing,
bro.
bro.
Damage, and it was for a King here with the Xborg. But once again, Infinity trying to think outside of the box, bringing a Barrett, for example, and a Cooper, but at this time it wasn't enough for beating a DreamX. But once again, they're not done at the competition. They're heading for the lower bracket. But here, as we were seeing the highlights, for example, we always see a DreamHack working in that high composition burst, coming out from King with the last Insanity, coming out from Goo with this very knockout possibility, coming out from Arlott, and so many times here. It was a huge control, especially coming from the AoE from Gatochkaka, for example. That could be another, that was another hard situation.
Scroll up in
for
chat, Brody.
Infinity. So the whole like DreamHack composition was
What is bro
so
looking at?
hard to
Oh.
Infinity face.
Also, you never accept my squad request. I keep trying. It keeps saying you're already in the squad on some weird stuff.
And I have to wonder how much
Let me try again.
kind of came into
I might have to deny you and then have you send it again or something.
Go into a game 5 before, but some of those picks there, like, I mean, the Kufra was a bit of a stretch. I mean, I know what the actual option was for it, but Xena, the MVP here.
All right, King here sitting on his throne once again, getting that MVP, 6011 KDA, 88.2k total damage, and 721 golds per minute. They all put in so much work that I was not sure who was going to get MVP, but this is well deserved. He deserved that, every bit of it.
Yeah, I was thinking about like it would be between Zeus or King to be the MVP of this last game here. Zeus played very well with Herod also, but here the MVP goes to him, King. Once King, you'll never lose the crown, especially in the jungle. So when it comes to the Xborg here to cause this damage, especially with the last Insanity here, with the following up from this DreamHack composition, and it worked so well, guaranteed the last victory here in this best of 5.
Yeah, man, this, I already knew that this was going to be a war between both of these teams, so evenly matched. And here, and this new draft, or not the new draft, the new roster coming out from DreamHack here, really putting in the work, the synergy that they had here. Man, a great game here. Even with a little bit
that was
of
so
a flutter
random.
that
That was so random of me. I'm not gonna lie.
I believe it was in game 3. Trying to close that one out and eventually taking the L on
Oh, because I was?
I was
Because you was what?
because I'm like,
I forgot.
man,
Let me
are
read
you
a
be
chat
able to
again.
kind of just
find the center again that you need to because that's frustrating. And I was so frustrated watching it in a replay. I was just like, oh,
Is
my
EXP
God.
Hanzo still a thing? No.
Like, what do you do from there? But that just tells you how much that this team has grown, how much maturity that they have to be able to kind of, all right, guys.
And what I was looking at is none of your concern.
That sucks. It hurts, but we know what we need to do to continue forward. We know what we need to do next to be able to kind of get these wins, to be able to find our game here. So a great comeback here, a great story here for the side of DreamHack with this result. And man, I feel like it, especially in these playoffs, man, they're conquering bigger and bigger mountains. Like they conquered the molehill, they conquered the hill now that was Infinity, and now they're kind of like standing up face to face with that mountain that is going to be Infinite or Entity 7.
Yeah, I think they can be up
Bro,
there
I
with them.
almost
They're
don't
doing an
wanna
amazing
start the
job
next
here
series,
dominating
bro.
the map in the start, and that was just a little fumble there. I think they learned their lesson after a bit, and they're like, all right, we gotta make sure we end it.
I almost don't want to
before
start
we
the next series because I know we're not going to be able to
celebrate
finish it.
like that.
It's already freaking
So,
7:20. They ain't going to start the next
wonderful
series
job
till like
positioning from
7:30.
Shaikiche was amazing. I was watching all those highlights and seeing her, like, where she would put herself. I'm like, wow, that is precision to a T. And Blink support was amazing. I just can't say enough about the team. They worked so well together.
Yeah, I think that for DreamHack is it was about like a roller coaster of feelings at this best of 5, you know. But we are going to talk just a little bit about it later. But now Xena has some good news for you guys.
Yeah, I know you guys been here watching the chat. Guess what? You're gonna get diamonds too, so make sure you get in on those diamond drops. The more you are involved in the chat and engaging, the more longer you stay, you get more of a chance getting these diamond drops, okay? So,
ladies and gentlemen,
get in.
the more, like I said, keep it positive and keep on chatting. It'll give you more of an opportunity to be able to pick up your diamonds and maybe that skin that you've been having your eye on.
And yeah, and despite like some people say, no, don't talk to the chat, it is cursed or something. No, we are going to talk to you guys. The chat here is the main star of the show, so you interact with us, talk to us. You get the chances to get diamonds here with our diamond drops. Thanks to the Mother Tune and to you guys.
Yes, I was sitting here chatting with you guys too, but also, ladies, if you are in the chat, we do have MWI qualifiers open right now. Open registrations from May 2nd through May 11th. So gather your gals and get in on MWI.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, like we said, you've been sitting here watching the guys. We do know that there are a ton of talented females out there, like Shaikiche, like Ashley in the north as well, and North America, speaking from them, who got second place in the last MWI. We were looking for more regions to get involved here to find that path forward and maybe even find yourself a seat in the MWI.
Yeah, so
there's no way I'm gonna get a second diamond drop, bro. Yo, it's worth it though. It really is worth it though. I don't know why. I don't know like what determines the amount, but like that.
To you, ladies,
there's a lot.
Have your chance to subscribe here in the open registrations on MWI.
If it's based off of like the amount of time you watch the stream, then I know I'm just like cooking, bro. Because
but we also
if it's the longer you be here, then
sponsor, the runestone.gg. If you want to up your game, go to runestone.gg to get that real-time data and analytics.
Yeah, if you're trying to improve your game, like I said, use an organization that has the same passion and love for the game that you do, and that would be no further than runestone.gg.
Oh God, somebody get her.
Yeah, that's the truth. If you don't have Runestone, you play like me. If you have Runestone, you play like private. So come on, that is the difference, right? So make sure you improve your level,
oh my days. Hold on.
with a Runestone. Thank you so much for make this happen.
Yes, a big thank you to them, and thank you to you guys. Follow us on our social medias, please. Mobile Legends, NA Esports, MLBB, NA Esports. Okay, Kick, Twitch, X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. It's where we're all at. You can check us all out, find out who's won recently, the matches, where the brackets are. Keep up with what's going on in the tournament.
Yeah, especially with these weeks moving up. If you guys were maybe missed out on anything that happened in the north because you've got school or work and weren't able to catch all of the matches there, you can find it out all on MLBB or MLBBNA Esports as well. Maybe in the weekends you guys have plans. I know it's Mother's Day, so not a lot of mothers like to watch Mobile Legends, but if you guys did happen to miss it, you can find out all the action and everything that you might have missed here on our socials.
Did you see that, Mom? They told that she doesn't like to watch Mobile Legends. Yeah, I'm kidding about that. But you have the chance here to get to track the highlights, to get more about the update, the patch notes, everything that is happening on the MLBB ecosystem. And I gotta tell you guys, 2026 is going to be an amazing year for MLBB.
Yes, it's gonna be a wonderful year, and we want to wish you guys a wonderful year, and also welcome all the Indonesian and Philippines watchers out there. We appreciate you coming by and watching our little tournaments that we're going, and we plan to grow more. And salamat and terima kasih. I hope I said it right.
Yeah.
But yes.
That's how I say hello. I have no way. It's a lot better than I would have done when it comes to it. But yeah, it's great to have a lot of the different regions checking us out and seeing what it is all about, especially with us. Like I said, this is kind of a brand new thing. It's a staple and history being made here as we have all of the North and South, the Americas, joining into one region to compete, to decide who we're going to be sending forward, to decide who's going to be representing this region when it comes to our international stages.
Yeah, so we got America joining, the Americas joining together. We got the South Korea allowing the MLBB scenario. You got the Turkey that is gonna be the
Bro.
next stage for Gen 8. So many amazing things happening.
You about to give her that Mario death?
So this is this is our year to make this community even better and even.
I don't know. I think the Mario poison gas death is even worse.
Chance to still love this game. This is like the best game ever here when it comes to MLBB, when it comes to Mobile Legends, bang bang, you know. So keep talking to us and keep following our social networks, you know, so you are about to know everything that is happening on the MLBB.
No, we still got one more.
I'm really
I
excited
think.
about that because
Pretty sure.
After Americas,
Right?
We're gonna have the
Yeah.
EWC. We're gonna have the NE.
Are we
as well? We're gonna have the
No,
N8,
no, no. Yeah, there's definitely another series. They're
Oh
stalling
my
for
goodness,
something,
there's
bro.
so many things that I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, we got so many tournaments coming up, and it's exciting to see that it's all up there, and it's in every region, right? Everyone has something for you to watch, something new coming up along. EU has a whole bunch of things coming up for them as well. It's amazing to see the world come together like this, right? And get into the game, something we love, and share that passion.
Your biceps is too freaking big to freaking wrap your shirt, but the shit is annoying, so I have to roll my sleeves.
When it comes to a lot of this competition here, but as we've been seeing here with the AMER South, MCT AMER South,
the middle part of my arms get aggravated too much. That's why. Another reason why I don't like wearing fucking clothes. My skin just don't like it, hates it, especially like dress clothes. Oh my days!
The blessing of being here for a while and understanding these teams intimately. And for me, it's like it's just the pride of seeing these new teams. For me,
I don't even be screaming, it just be freaking whispers and whooshes. That'd be the main loud thing on that shit.
Building here during the playoffs here, especially DreamHack, who have had such.
What are those horror noises?
A lot of us, even to the point that
it's like niggas wanted to watch soft horror.
Was questioning the
soft, sexy horror.
Juggling around this roster, but they really showing that they have that cohesion, the ability to
kinky ass motherfuckers.
That's what you need to have if you want to be successful in the playoffs.
Talking about the whole entire franchise.
But before we move on, guys, we are gonna take a quick little
Vampire Diaries originals,
onto Gaming versus 9Z Globant. So we will see
anybody that's into vampires are low-key freaks. High key, actually. If you don't know, then it's your fault.
Jumping now, choose your top up and get ready to dominate the map. Plus, use the code MCTBNX to get 5% discount. Skins, events, hero, everything within.
Nuh-uh. Yes, huh?
Less waiting, more action. Recharge with bonus and play it at next.
Hold on, I just want to confirm something real quick. The hell? Oh, that's wild. Why do we have two separate things for this? That makes no sense. Hold on. Let me check something then. In terms of viewership.
Come over, then bash.
You have 17.6 million subscribers, 58 watching now. Alright. There you go over here. You only have 2.419 watching. Yeah. What's the point of having different? See, this is stupid. You should have it all in one place. I guess.
We are back with more MCT AMER South playoff action. The matches have been amazing so far. I loved seeing how the teams have grown ever since the
Subscriber only mode. Bro, what?
Yeah, it's been a great path for a lot of these teams here. The last series we watched, Infinity taking on Dream.
How? But I just stay on over here. Like,
that were evenly matched and have been back and forth through their entire history here in the playoffs. But I mean, coming up next, I feel like this is something that has been said when it comes to the teams, especially for an organization as established as Octa Gaming. 9Z Glowman, we had the opportunity to see yesterday to see them be able to overcome some odds there, but even they admitted that if they want to succeed here,
that just makes me wonder where the freak I got my diamonds from. That's all.
Many think have had a sure win for like second seed 2 here. If they want to be able to defeat a team like that, they're going to have to play better than they did in the Swiss stage, better than they have yesterday. They're going to have to be a team that has continually progressed and is better than ever before.
All right, let's get it up on the screen here. Let's see what we have next. Today's schedule, as we go on, we are going to go have Octa Gaming against 9Z. We had Infinity go against DreamHack. Ended up being the whole best of 5 there for them. DreamHack coming up top, Infinity going down to that
Octa against 9Z Globant.
Yeah,
I didn't even get to finish last night's matches, man. I'm a little upset.
Today, so many actions today. I was actually getting hungry. I was like eating a sandwich.
But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's the last night. I mean, to be honest, I'd rather keep doing like casting things for like Uni Legend. But I do hate that it takes away from the fact that I don't get to finish watching all of MCT. Also, welcome in, Kron. How you doing, brother?
Both of these players.
I don't know if the sound played or not. I feel like it did low key, and I might have just like spaced it out.
When it was MPL here in the South region, so they have a lot of history together, but now they're facing each other on different teams. This is going to be very interesting.
Just trolling on Warframe. How you doing? I'm doing all right, brother. It's been busy days. It's been busy days. But you know, I'm doing good, brother. I hope you're good.
We got Lucy,
Thanatos, Sagan,
V2, and Saber for today.
Yeah, a big lineup here for Octa Gaming, who have been pretty dominant throughout the Swiss stage. I think they were actually tied with Alpha North at 3-1. Unfortunately, I forgot. I don't know exactly what the stats were that brought Alpha North up to the 2nd seed and knocked Octa
Alpha
Gaming
North or Alpha
down
South?
to the 3rd seed. But I know that they are here looking to prove a point here, and a great roster.
I'm pissing off sweaty meta players. It's great, bro.
What they have to say as well.
Yeah, now we're having an Octa Gaming video.
Bro. Quick questions.
Salve, rapaziada. Meu nick é Thanatos, eu sou o Jungle e capitão da Octa Game. E eu vou fazer uma gincana com vocês de perguntas e respostas rápidas, então vamos lá. Então, meu nick é Thanatos. Em torno de 5 a 6 anos. Eu já jogava um pouco antes, só que nesse período eu comecei a dar um pouco mais de atenção pro jogo.
Okay, I like this formatting better.
Tigreal ou Gord. Eu jogava muito com os dois, mas eu acho que foi Gord.
Yeah, he's actually talking, unlike the rest of them. This makes it a lot better.
Assassino e minha prioridade é assassinos que tem dash, então fodeu-se.
I like this guy.
Cartizzi. Eu tava usando o Tizzy no nick justamente por conta dele.
Why is... No.
Lucy. Eu convivo muito com ele e é quem eu mais tenho sincronia também. Lancelot. Segunda skill do Lancelot. Smite. A skin brain do Lancelot.
This man's a Lancelot fan.
Gusion.
He is.
Só anda pra frente.
At the moment, at least.
Atualmente, Freya. Saber, ele tem muita teoria da conspiração na cabeça, ele é meio maluco. Cartizia, se for pegar no mundo todo, Cartizia. Se for no global, eu traria o JP. Mas se a gente for falar do AMER, eu acredito que Joel Creel ou Syndra, talvez. Baxia.
Wait, what?
Fim de jogo. É melhor para tomar decisões, o jogo é um pouco mais controlado, fim de jogo. Líder. Eu prefiro ter a tomada de decisão do que necessariamente
Like one of those
ser a
questions
pessoa
was
que vai ter
something
a melhor
different.
mecânica e com essa melhor mecânica vai carregar a partida. Tanto que é por isso que eu sou capitão, porque eu prefiro ter a parte de líder para eu poder ter as tomadas de decisões.
This is the first time where I've actually enjoyed one of those because they actually answered and explained.
Had me chuckling over there with the highlights only go straight. But anyway,
Highlights only go
90
straight, bro.
Globant over here on the XP lane. We got Chino, our jungle Luisino. Session. Who's still a Gusta on that gold and on that.
Dwells within a sound mind and a sound body. Princess Jasmine, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Spirit Realm. Hope you enjoy some MLBB as we are currently watching MCT AMER. Why am I using the caster voice, bruh? But no, welcome in. Yeah, we're watching MCT AMER right now. We won't be watching for too much longer. We only got like an hour and I want to say like 10 minutes max because I have to get ready for a different tournament that I'll be casting for later tonight. So unfortunately we will not be able, we pretty much won't be able to watch this whole series, probably like a match or two, depending on how long they take. I feel like I'm better than all. Look, you're gonna have to prove it then. I'm gonna have to see some proof. I'm gonna have to see some proof. Came in, went straight to roasting. Bruh.
La ulti de Changue. Ejecutar. La básica de Changue.
The hell?
Marcelo. Changue.
Hello? Bruh.
Misa. Carly. Israel.
I'm becoming a pro? Hey, I want to see it. I want to see it. Shit.
Akito.
Let me know if you're looking for a manager.
Setiliano. Tardío.
Well, if you're NA at least, let me know if you need a manager. You know, I'm good at managing things. Except for my life.
It's so fun seeing them, these videos of the characters and like what they feel.
Who's my favorite person to use as far as like heroes? It's definitely I have three.
I mean, there was supposed
but
to be a content,
if
like, you know,
at the
like,
very top is always going to be
like,
Gadakacha. My Gadakacha's been my main since freaking like season since its release, honestly. Whenever he wanted, as soon as he was not, I believe he just had came out when I started playing. It's been my favorite. The only hero I got like 1,000 matches on. And I've played over 10k matches. I don't one trick any hero, so I don't have more. So I've played every hero at least like 2 times.
It's kind of crazy. It's like okay. But yeah, it's very interesting, and especially to see like how they look at each
Gato.
other and the cohesion that they build
Watch your mouth.
on these teams for each other. But it's gonna take more than cohesion to be able to bring
Like Ruby and Cho.
here tonight, especially with
Ew, Cho.
We've already seen some of the
Not the
teams
Chinaman.
how teams have been handling this global ban system. A lot of these little nuances that we've been seeing out there for a lot of these teams.
I don't like Joe. I never liked Joe. You can just use Kalea, bro. Kalea does it better.
When it comes to having a Marcel on your team, we saw the Lu Yi as well make an appearance yesterday as well. So I'm actually very curious to see where we go from here.
Yeah, and here when it comes to this challenge, especially for a 9C Global, it's gonna be a very true one. If you want to be, there is a saying that means that if you want to be a champion, you don't have to choose the opponent, right? So you have to face everyone. You have to face.
Back in the day, Cho,
you know?
sure, but
And
like
today
current Cho,
it's gonna be a hard challenge
just use
for
Kalea.
9Z Global, especially because they are facing Octa Gaming. The only match that they lost was versus Entity 7. Entity 7 ended the Swiss stage. Ended up the Swiss stage on the first.
I miss old Lapu though.
First game was
I don't care how slow he was.
2-0. Second game, DreamHack 2-0.
Just sit in the
Third
bush,
game was
maybe
about, like,
flicker.
versus
You're
Entity
chilling,
7
bro.
was a 3-1, and the last one versus DreamHack 3-0 also.
Missed the like the
So,
old
the only
animation
thing
of
that
his
they lost was
ulti when
versus
you put the
seed
swords
number
together.
1, that is Entity 7. So as Gusto was saying yesterday, if they want to defeat Octa Gaming,
Fredrin also good at yeah, no, Fredrin for sure is always good. There's a reason why he's been in meta since he's been out. It's like
Yes, they
the
do.
pride, the
9Z
first
did say that
freaking
this was gonna be a
actual
tough
tank
match for
jungle.
them. They are at least know that they're going against a really top contender here. So they have to
It's
bring
actually
their
funny
A
because he
game
wasn't
to
even supposed to be.
get through it. They
His
are gonna
intentions
go
wasn't
ahead
for him
and,
to be a jungle, but he
ban
became the
out
first tank
the
jungle.
Lead and the Freya and carry as well.
Yeah, and we're
And
going
after
pretty
that, that's when we
standard
started
players
seeing like a
out here.
Kai's
I
and
feel like we're kind of leaving a few of them open.
Kai's
Still have
and then
Marcel,
eventually
still have,
Bastia
Zushin
to
out
counter
there
the freaking
as
Fredrin.
well. Still, you know what? I don't remember. Did we
Alpha.
see last game? Did we see Sora at all?
I haven't seen him. No,
Last
I don't think
game?
they. I don't
We
think
didn't
they
see a
chose him
single
at
Sora,
all
bro.
in that last match we did. No.
But no, it's valid though because Sora is good,
Yeah,
but
that's why I asked
he
you guys,
has
like,
he can be
he's not
countered, bro.
powerful anymore or something.
He can be countered. That's the thing. You interrupt him one time, he's kind of cooked.
Yeah, something.
And then another thing is, some of these pro players like they're good, but sometimes I feel like they don't understand all the mechanics of the hero.
We were saying like one of the dangerous players on Octa's lineup is V2. You know, like he was saying that
Because for Sora in the early game, and I've said this numerous times, if you're using Sora, use the lightning form in the early game. You do not have the durability to be using the cloud form, and it's not really worth it. You're not going to do any damage. You might get the set, but that's what your roam is for. Use the lightning form. You can get more damage done. You can pick more people off, set up for objectives. When it gets to the late game, that's when you use the freaking cloud form because your thunder form is going to be weak as shit. And you're gonna make yourself squishy. That's the thing. That's what a lot of people keep forgetting. When you go into the thunder form, all that durability you built just converts to attack power, so you can't even front anymore for your team. Early game, thunder form. You're gonna do a lot of damage. The base damage is a lot. Late game, cloud form.
Many marksman picks, and even when it comes to bringing out some of his comfort picks, like a Wan we saw yesterday. Not just bringing out the Wan, but a dominating game with a Wan.
They banned out the carry and picked up the Bastia.
Slipped pretty far from the meta here, so big focus out there coming from the side of
though.
the Boxia pickup. It does leave open the Zushin for the
Yeah, we probably got enough time for like 2 games.
up alongside the glue pickup.
Mabadang hella good.
They're making sure they pick up those meta and not
I'll
giving
have
it
to
to
see
the
it.
other team. Boxia's over here.
I gotta
Zushin
see it.
on that
I gotta see
side.
it.
Glue's
Oh,
is
I'm gonna drop my
pretty
phone.
good as
You gotta show me.
if
I don't know. I'd actually be able to judge you on a Badang. But why not at me? You know, we'll play one of these days. We'll play a game.
Here, giving a smaller hero pool for Gusta Lagusta.
I see it.
So
To believe it.
when comes to glue here,
I see it to believe it because a lot of people, a lot of players, they talk a lot. They talk a lot of shit. But then when it comes down to it, they be that dog water.
You don't have ways
They be that dog water, bruh.
We're seeing a
So I gotta see it, you know.
Gaming composition.
Yeah.
Gotta see that I gotta see that immortal gameplay. Okay, maybe I'm one of them. Oh my days, no. Oh man.
Deadly he is to a glue. When he has that split and all of those little minions, Faramis is able to be able to, I think.
Oh, okay, to counter the glue. Okay, all right. I'm surprised. We didn't go for Vex, but no, Faramis is valid. He's actually, he does decent damage. It's not like insane amount of damage, but he's really there for the support.
So, and that's why you haven't seen so many Faramises, but here I feel Octa Gaming is very confident.
So many Faramis. Bro said so many as if we've ever seen a Faramis. We haven't seen a Faramis for like
Stage, I say Faramis.
since M7.
But yes, that is a big counter there to glue. So I wonder if that was their target to kind of handicap the glue here. They're going ahead and picking up the
My hands be
glue.
tiny as fuck. I blame that, bro. Not that tiny hands. What do you play on a tablet?
Yeah, and I
Got tiny
wonder,
hands, get a tiny phone.
But this confidence coming up from Octa Gaming gets really stronger because not only with the Faramis choice, but they also choose Claude, which is a natural counter, especially when it comes to the ultimate blazing duet like.
Oh, you use a phone. Oh, damn. How small are your hands?
From the ultimate from Faramis here. So not only getting the Faramis, but also a natural counter. It is choosing by Octa.
I feel like they should rework his first ability. Faramis' first ability?
Before this draft starts. So now they Sora was banned.
Bro or sis? I'm pretty sure it's a sis. That's Princess Jasmine.
9Z is about to ban. If they
pretty sure
continue
it's a sis.
focusing on XP lane, for example, Valentina could be another.
And my thumbs hurt when I keep tapping on the screen.
Or
Oi,
Lapu, for
you
example.
need a
It's
thumb
not
condom.
focus, so many possibilities here.
I'm in.
coming out from this last ban.
All right. You need one of those thumb protectors. Freaking Xena uses cause she fucking mashes on the screen. She mashes on the screen, so she has like a fucking protector. She has a protector she puts on her thumb. Hey, that's made for like gaming. But when we all seen it for the first fucking time, we were bullying her because oh my days. Oh man, I forgot about that entirely. That's funny.
On the side of Octa Gaming, depending on where the Rome pick goes.
That's hilarious. I'ma bully her again.
Isn't great. It's not terrible.
I feel like we all forgot about that. Yeah, yep.
He just doesn't provide a huge amount just yet, unless you can kind of use. I want to say, what is it? The
Stop mashing on the screen.
Shadow Stampede. That's the
Well, then that actually depends though. When you say your thumb hurts, is it the joints in your thumbs that hurt, or the your skin that hurts? Like, are you friction burning your shit, or are you just like, is your shit just cramping?
It can be even deadlier because
I can understand the cramping. Like if I played the only time that I get like cramps in my hands if I played Torim for too long. But that's granted. If when I play Torim, I'd be playing for like 20 hours straight. Like if I lock in, then my hand starts to die. Yeah.
Stood there for a second. It was like trying to compute what was
like the joints. Got you. Yeah.
Coming down onto
yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and scoop up for a little bit of security.
I do some stretches, joint stretches, finger stretches.
Will be going into the
you know,
XP lane.
make sure they're stretched out.
Went ahead and picked up the Hilda. They banned out that Moskov, giving
2 games in, my thumb will feel pain as hell. Yeah, gotta stretch out those joints.
So he still has options. Nothing major there for them. They're still needing
No.
their mage here on the side of Octa.
Stretch the joints.
As well as their healing there. Oh, unless they're using Fairness at the mid. Oh. Yeah, Fairness is a mid.
Yeah, we already knew this was a mid for him. I felt like we knew that already.
You have control now coming out from Octa's composition here.
Yeah, Octa's comp is...
I was expecting on the Hylos,
Octa's comp is cracked, bruh.
Oh, Hylos is only moving forward, you know, like
it's cracked. They actually have decent damage and a shit ton of durability, bro.
Just go forward, you know, with the glorious path, so you help your team to get this following up with the move speed and the damage.
V2's gonna be like the main one, like finishing. I expect to see a War Axe and like Queen's Wings on his Terizla. His Terizla is gonna be like more balanced towards doing damage than just tanking. And you got the Faramis to help you. Did he just say he talks too much? Did anybody else hear if he said that or not? I feel like he might have. Or was I just thinking it?
Saved for a Harith pickup that would come out there. But if they're victorious here, then you waste a lot of picks on the side of Octa Gaming. But I feel like too here with Faramis, with Terizla, and even the Grok, I feel we're setting ourselves up with a decent amount of cushion for a lot of these positions that even if we lose, we had 3 heroes that aren't picked as often, that aren't considered as strong in the current meta here too as well. But man, I am intently excited to see how these... Oh, did they just switch around the... oh yeah, they just... for some reason, they just switched around where Thanatos TZ was on there.
Oh, okay, we're having issues. Great.
Did you imagine surprise? Terizla on the mid lane.
I'm back. Oh man, but yeah, they do have a good CC comp there. A lot of control for that
Shut
side.
your ass up, Saber.
Kind of, I guess, make sure they can keep them locked down
Bruh.
enough for... What? They picked the Claude, right? To dish out those damage.
Yeah, Claw's gonna be like their main damage in the late game.
The Tectonic Charge. You're gonna have
But they have good damage otherwise.
And then you're gonna have Faramis, who can come in with I think it's the Ghost Bursters that he uses. That's that little that triangle damage that he's able to
which is funny because they're not really used a lot.
Are in there, the more damage it does. But Rico, go ahead and take us into game 1.
Yeah, so everybody here, welcome to the Land of Dawn for the first time here in this Best of 5. Octa Gaming versus the 9. I
find it crazy that they still finishing damn near at the same time.
This is the last match of the day, of the weekend from the MCT AMER South. Let's go, my friend Private. And actually, it was like a visual bug because I thought I was seeing like Thanatos TZ with Terizla in the jungle. But no,
I feel sleepy already. That's good.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of confused about. I'm like, I hope that wasn't what I was saying there. But yeah,
tomorrow's my first day at work. It's gonna be purely office work too, not even in the freaking field.
Are we gonna be able to make use of this Hilda here when it comes to being able to harass and get value out of this pickup? Because I mean, you're going up against the Boxia, and there's really nothing.
It's not even like that. That's the crazy part, which is good. Like the office environment is actually like really high energy, but I am gonna probably be in an office room, like a conference room.
A little bit of a pullback there on to Segan, does put out some damage. Thanatos does find Alburo crazy. Fashin right there on the side is gonna be able to lift him up there. Lucinho comes down, might be in a little bit of trouble, is able to find an escape.
Yeah, like you saw the control here coming out for Faramis, especially on Lucinho, but oh, what a bomb!
Oh no, please, good news!
Go ahead and try to find,
don't start it! I have to go to work, yo! Oh man, here we go. Oh, there goes first blood. I have to go to work. I gotta make that as a sound, bro. It's a call to team, like most strongest players.
because
Not strongest players, but like different Philippine teams, bro. Or
the response coming out from 9Z. 2 kills for Luisinho.
one person made it a thing, and then it just became a thing.
Interesting early game
like Carl TZ.
So far.
I don't even know who the original is.
The emblems here. I mean, nothing kind of out of the whack.
Everybody wants to be freaking Onyx or AP Bryn.
As well to kind of get a little bit.
I don't even know what team it really is, bro.
A little bit customary now on the marksman side to kind of add to the healing that they can get once they hit that mid game and get those 3-item spikes. I think Gusta Lagusta is going to be the Gusta Lagusta taking on V2 is going to be the big one that we're looking at for. Speaking of which, up at the top, a little bit of a.
I expect 9Z to get this early game, but they need to end fast, bro. Because if 9Z don't end, they are so
Blazing Duet actually comes out from V2. Gusta Lagusta hitting him with the Rhapsody actually does.
Octa Gaming is actually not bad. But 9Z Global, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, bro, crazy.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Here waiting for a Saber or someone to get lost in the jungle here, coming out from Octa Gaming. But now, Saber, Thanatos, TZ, and Sagan are playing together. Oh, bro, crazy. It's very crazy though. It's just like okay. Isn't a nickname, isn't a nick here, so that is why using crazy on that side. But once again, 9Z Globen trying to dominate this space, you know, because they got the kills, they got the turtles, so they don't want to lose this rhythm. They don't want to lose this pressure caused by this advantage so far. We're saying a goal lead now, like just a little bit more than 1K for 9Z Globen. But now in the mid lane, here we go.
Yeah, a little bit of action there. I think that you saw that Thanatos was trying to find himself an angle, but Chino was right there to continue on to enable a little bit of an escape for his team. First turtle, or the turtle is up right now. The second one of the game. Saber in a little bit of trouble here, gets caught up, is going to try to be getting away with the photonic charge. We do have the Nether Realm that just got activated. Is that going to be enough to save Octa Gaming? Now, coming in Fashion with that ultimate, is able to find a kill on to Octa. Lucy is able to reply in kind on to Chino. A little bit. Oh, we can see the evil Queller coming out from Luisinho. Not able to find a kill just yet, but it is able to push Octa Gaming away. That's going to be 2 turtles for 9Z Globant.
I'll tell you again here, my friend.
Again, though, as they get later in this, again, I expect 9Z Globen to have this early game. They should have a bigger lead right now, to be honest with you. 1.9.
Yeah, they're gonna go
K
and lock on to V2.
is not looking too hot. He should have charged. He should have charged right there.
V2 trying to spray on the damage, keep on his stacks, but in comes Alburo Crazy to enable an escape for his team.
Only having 2K ahead right now it's not looking too hot, because literally everyone on that team of Octa scales badly, bro. Like, they scale so freaking high. Claude is gonna, Blazing Duet's gonna be doing a lot of damage. Grok is just gonna be a freaking tanky wall. Bosch is gonna become a wall. Rizla is gonna become a wall. And then even worse, the more magic power you put on to Sagan or Faramis, the more HP percent they're gonna get on that ultimate when they are in that shadow form. So everyone on that team scales very high.
Tremendous there too, especially when it comes to Saber using that wall to input it into that bush to pop out both of 9Z.
Then you got the side of freaking 9Z Globen. Hilda's gonna fall off. Suyo's gonna fall off. Ranger does cap out at a certain point. Like, he's not in the, he's like a early to mid to late game hero. He's not a super late game hero, as he just doesn't have the damage. Glue starts to fall off, so yeah, they're about to get cooked if they don't run.
Himself a kill onto the second turtle, or actually the third turtle there for the side of Octa Gaming. 2 kills as well, bringing us to a 2-3 game.
Keep an eye on the time.
Crucial kill here for Octa Gaming to guarantee the turtle, because after that, Luizinho was not able to contest, was not able to fight back about this third turtle. But now here on the top side, oh, V2 almost getting killed by Luizinho with Suyo, but now Bro Crazy is up to do something. Both teams are heading on the top side. Here comes the boom.
Yeah, they're looking to try to maybe put some damage onto this tower. Feshin gonna have to use that ultimate on the backside up at the top. Thanatos trying to lock on to Gusta. Lagusta still able to create that distance. This might have been a little bit more. We do have the Nether Realm out there to try to save out the gaming. Still trying to spray.
Oh, that was well done.
Chino might be in trouble, taking a lot of damage, and Saber with the kill onto Chino, who has been caught.
Going back to good news, you said they need to rework his first skill. Why do you feel like they need to? Because I felt like his first skill is actually really good, bro. It's really good.
Because they were able to get the kills, they were able to get the
he gets a crap ton of physical and magic defense. He gets hybrid defense from it, a lot of it, which makes it easy for to survive. He can go through walls, and it has a pull, so as long as he touches somebody.
The game was very interesting for a 9Z Global, but minute after minute, Octa Gaming was heading back in the game, step by step. You know,
got two dreadnoughts,
getting the turtle, getting the tower, not only the top side, but also in the bottom side here as well for Octa Gaming. But now, almost 9 minutes of the game, goal lead here, heading still for 9Z Global, but Octa Gaming, sorry, is stronger than ever.
Yeah, they're still got a lot of power behind that. They may not have the gold lead, but I feel like they have a great value in the gold that they do have. 9Z Globin trying to get a position onto this first Lord. Meanwhile, Octa Gaming coming in from the side is going to get that information. Backing up the whole of 9Z Globin. They understand. Luizinho's up at the top right now.
Oh, you're dead.
Actually, we do have a little bit of another realm coming out from Octa Gaming. Fashion going to have to use that ultimate to get away.
Oh, they found a kill, bro.
Comes in, is able to take down Segan. V2 is next on the chop.
They got outplayed, bro.
Able to find a kill on the
they really got outplayed.
3-6 right now is 9Z Globin chasing down Octa Gaming. Lifted up, put back. Lucy in trouble. Gets taken down. That is 4 people down for Octa Gaming.
That was absolutely a hell of a cracker now for a 9Z Global, guaranteed 4 kills. And now the Lord, easier than ever. The first one goes for a 9Z Global. There is a gold opportunity to take down more towers on the map for versus Octa Gaming.
Oh man, they're doing such a great job. Even when it comes to the disengage for Fashion on the Zushin, I want to say use that ultimate and went up. And I was actually a little nervous. I'm like, oh my God, you don't have anybody up there. And it was Luizinho was still up there solo clearing the lane and decided to come down and help out and was able to really turn the tables into that fight. And that's just some great communication, some great synergy when it comes to 9Z Globin here. Octa Gaming having a little trouble when it comes to a lot of these engagements.
Yeah, it's something like you don't get it why the jungler is hiding on the top side, why the Lord is in the downside, and then all of a sudden you are seeing Luizinho, getting double kill in the team fight. So everything working so well with 9Z Global, especially with the communication system. And now the Lord heading on the top side here. 9Z Global heading to the opposite side to destroy the tower number 2 on the bottom line.
We might be able to get another game, man.
Leave the Lord here to take
depending on
one more tower. They do that. They get more.
I think I'm rooting for Octa Gaming to win this match. I like their draft. They just need to.
They opt to do something.
Yeah, the gap is there though.
I think they're making a smart
it's getting
choice
too
here by
big.
disengaging. There was the entire team kind of just waiting for them all to try to funnel into that mid lane. So not able to find exactly. But I mean, when you're talking about map presence right now, when you look at the towers, this is not something I thought I would see, especially in game 1. Octa Gaming is down about 5 towers now to 9Z Globin, who are having a very successful game.
Yeah, not only the tower is a difference here, Private, but you see the goal lead now, it was like way ahead for 9Z Globan so far, almost a 7K. And when it comes to Granger, for example, when it comes to Zushin, that means a lot for 9Z Globan to like be a more comfortable in the game, to like guarantee more pressure, to cause more dominate. But now here comes a party at the purple buff from Octa Game. Oh!
Ooh, penalty zone does land onto two members. Immediate ultimate used by Feshin. We have the Nether Realm coming out. V2 able to find Gusta Lagusta. Luisinho able to answer back immediately to take down V2. Luisinho finds a double onto Saber, and down goes Lucy. Again, down. Octa Gaming running on their backs against the wall. Minions now starting to form around the mid lane. Can Octa Gaming clear this out? 9Z Globan, go ahead and start on. Gonna put the damage out there as well. Trying to come in to try to take out these minions to get a firm defense out there. Getting picked up. Down goes Thanatos.
Yeah, the goal gap is getting too big. Even though their draft is late game, if they get too far behind, then it's not going to be possible to come back. We're still in like mid game, so
they are not able to fight back the next Lord coming out automatically here for 9Z Globan. More pressure, more advantage, and maybe now with this Lord, they are going to the high ground towers from Octa Gaming.
Yeah, right now, the tip of the spear right now being led by Luisinho, sitting at 8-0-2 on this Suyo pickup. Even when Octa Gaming does find an avenue to be able to get in and find the kill, Luisinho is always right there to clean up as well. It's never an opportunity that is not answered back immediately by 9Z Globan. You could see a great rush here. All the minions pressing onto all the lanes. Lord crashing down at the mid-high ground tower. That is one high ground tower down for the side of Octa Gaming. Now continuing their way on there. You see Luisinho going to clear out the top. The rest of the 9Z Globan at the mid lane looking for an opportunity. Ooh, they do have a wall separating two members of 9Z Globan, but not an answer coming out from Octa just yet. Minions beginning to crash. Top and a bottom high ground tower. You can see the bottom tower destroyed. Only one more high ground tower for Octa Gaming.
Yeah, Octa Gaming now in a very complicated situation. 10K in the
9Z Globan being very patient right now, bro.
10K goes for
being very patient right now.
But
wish I seen the rest of last night matches, man.
Engagement comes in there. Penalty zone onto three members there as well. Luisinho comes in for the damage. Evil Queller comes in after the Nether Realm has expired. Continuing on, Feshin finds a kill onto Lucy. Now the rest of Octa Gaming looking for an escape. Thanatos gets taken out as well. Luisinho with the kill. They're sitting at 9-0-3. 9Z Globan turned their attention to clear out enemy territory.
Yeah, there were another minion wave heading on a mid lane, but they didn't want to take any kind of a risk. They took down two players, but here the safety is the motto for 9Z Globan. One more minion wave heading out on the top side here. They want to take down the last high ground tower. They want to cause more pressure. Here comes the wall. Here's the ship, but now
yeah, a lot of damage coming up there. They're still trying to defend is Octa Gaming. 9Z Globan wisely decide to disengage from that. Don't want to continue, especially when you have a Faramis on the enemy team, when they're so close to their base and can just rotate in and out to heal up. They do wisely disengage here for this game. Look, he talked about almost a 10K gold lead for the side of 9Z Globan. So they're in a great position, even if they don't get to this Lord very quickly. Now, starting to kind of put this macro up on these side lanes so that they can start getting these pushes. Now, Albero Crazy checks into this bush, gets a heap of damage coming out from there. Big pop-up comes out. Albero Crazy gonna use that flicker to get out of harm's way. Nether Realm to try to keep Octa Gaming suppressed up in this fight. Is it going to be enough? Gusta finds a kill onto Saber. Albero Crazy very low. Luisinho finds himself a double. double kill onto Octa Gaming. Now chasing them into the back line. V2 goes down. Segan on the backside is able to find a kill onto Fashion. That is a complete team wipe. 9Z Globin has come to play.
On the second match of the day, 9Z Global dominate everything and makes a question for Octa Gaming. Octa Gaming, do you bleed? Yes, they bleed.
9Z brought their A game today. They were not kidding when they said, yeah, we gotta bring it. We're gonna bring it tomorrow for sure. And here they are. They started off strong and kept it going. And like, what, Luizinho? He got 9-0-3 by like 15 minutes. And Feshin, why would you let Zushin free? See, this is the reason right here why she should be banned. And time and time again, it's always proven and it still happens. I don't even know. 9Z did wonderful here.
Yeah, not just that, but I feel like we will. I feel like switching the glue from the roam position to keep it flexible, switching it from the roam into the XP really took out a lot of usefulness from Segan on this Faramas pickup. I mean, if he would have stayed in the roam, I feel like Segan would have just followed him around everywhere, trying to get the ghost bursters onto those split, and really been able to do the job here. I feel like even with the Nether Realm, the damage output coming out from 9Z was so much. Luisinho did such a great job of trying to keep up that gold. You see here, 15k gold over, right? I want to say that's 3k over some of his counterparts. Even Gusta Lagusta, who was in the gold lane, was only at 12k, and we saw that because even when they were at the Lord, Luisinho was still up at the top lane, clearing lanes, clearing jungle to make sure that he kept up that farm so that he had all of that damage to help out in a lot of these fights. And I feel like the damage might have been a big issue here for the side of Octa.
Yeah, and checking out these stats here coming from the first game, Octa with only 5 kills. And not only for that situation that you talked about, like a Farami situation versus like a glue, possibly in the roaming or in the XP lane here. We also have to mention a Boro Crazy with Hilda, because we always talk about like Hilda being very dangerous for like jungler harassment or trying to dominate some places and on the map, for example. But after the Nether Realm, for example, when it comes to Hilda, she is able to cause a damage, you know? Not only about like the slowest situation and this like huge sustainability, but she's able to cause damage. Our Crazy got 2 kills here and only playing forward every time with Hilda, which was one of the pillars to guarantee this victory for 9Z Global in the first game.
Yes. I think Octa Gaming here would kind of like it went into this not really thinking 9Z was going to bring such a force, right? So just that in general might be a factor in them not thinking that way the next game, and they might start to do better. So who knows how it will turn out this next match for sure.
Yeah, something I was talking about here. So I feel like 3 of our picks here kind of not exactly tried, true, and tested when it comes to the meta, especially when it comes to the Faramas and the Grok. That I feel like Grok has kind of slipped down a bit. Faramas definitely. I don't think I've seen him there. But Xena, go ahead and take us into the MVP.
All right, and this is a well-deserved MVP here for Luizinho. 1107 KDA. 89.8k total damage and 916 golds per minute. He was unkillable. He was there making all their kills. He was at the right place at the right time. He was doing it all.
Yes, the undefeatable, the unkillable here. It comes to Luizinho with the Suyo getting the MVP on the first match. We were talking about like during the game, like on the first Lord situation, he like getting the top side, like pushing the mini waves, and was trying to figure out what was happening. But then all of a sudden he was like on the team fight, joining the team fight, guaranteeing like 2 kills for 9Z Global, which was really, really important, especially with this damage dealing all the time, you know,
yeah,
ability
I needed more.
away.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah, so that is a really, really nice situation for
We come to inform you on your car's extended warranty, bro.
Yeah, I mean, there was a big focus
Oh,
paid
shit.
down to
My
Gusto
cam
and
frozen.
Gusta and a lot of his picks, but I feel like,
Bruh.
I feel like that was the
W
only
camera
thing that was
freeze.
protecting them from
Wonder what caused it.
Luisinho popping off there. They kind of left him open, ignored him.
Saber, did you hit my camera?
I want to say,
You sure?
Suyo is just one of those picks that
Are you lying?
so well with
You like lying?
with a jungler's mechanical
Are you sure?
abilities. So if your mechanical ability is up here, Suyo just really suits it with his mobility, his abilities to get away, the defense that he has, and the damage output from him is almost unmatched with how fast he can scale and farm throughout the map. And farming is exactly what he was doing. I feel
They
like,
just had a late game draft, and they just, if they would have made it to the late game, they would have been fine, but they just couldn't make it.
And I've seen this
Not
a
make
few
it.
times, especially even in the Philippines when I see it, where there's a few early engagements that Suyo
Alright,
is
we're back.
really a part of because he's just trying to gather as much farm as he can. And once he gets the power and item spikes that he needs, he's gonna come in super heavy-handed.
814.
And heavy-handed he did. Those swipes were taking chunks off of their lives. Did you see that? At the end, I was like, I don't even want to like try to block him. Just one swipe from him takes away almost like half of your life. You're like, whoa, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, they're just too far behind.
They did a wonderful
Too
job
far
there.
behind.
Their team did. They synced well together and they communicated well and made sure that they were not gonna go down without a fight there.
Yeah, so we're heading out for the picks and bans once again here. Oh, we're back. Yeah. Okay.
I just thought she was really, really surprised. The energy from that match just kind of took all this out of her there.
I had to laugh
ladies and
at myself.
gentlemen,
I'm
we're
like,
gonna be
whoa!
coming into the second match here of the.
I don't know.
of
I low-key
this
don't
series
want
here.
to
On
watch.
the blue side, 9Z Glow gonna have the
9
first debate.
p.m.
Yeah, so
Can I, like, studio
now
mode
looking to
scene
learn the
collection?
lesson. Zushin is gonna be the first ban here at all for that line. Was a real problem for Octagaming. And she
Never
was
mind, I
really,
can't
really
studio mode scene
tough
collection. Bruh.
for Octagaming
Ah.
far as well. But now here we're seeing Harriet coming out with the first ban here from 9Z Globant.
I can prepare everything up. No, I
after
can't
the
even do that
ban from
because
Freya. And now we're seeing the second one. I mean, it means like there's so many options. There's so
if this
many
game takes
broken
15 minutes, it'll be
matter
fine.
to
They can't take
use,
more than
to
20 minutes
ban
though
and
total.
to think about, okay, we have to ban this hero and we have to get a strategy to fight against
25
this
max,
other hero.
25 max.
You know, so it's a lot of like broken heroes to so less bans at all.
Yeah, we see here. I wonder if they're gonna ban out the Zushin. They saw. I would think that they would ban out the Zushin so that they wouldn't have it, but they still have like one ban left. So which one are they gonna prioritize? Do they think she's a threat, or do they know something that counteracts that? You know, but I think it's just really hard. Yeah, in general, to kind of see what to counteract that.
Come on.
I would lose all respect for 9Z Glow if they let. I don't know. I think there's a consideration here. There's something that they're fighting with against the Zushin, the pickup here. I mean, possibly Phoveus, I guess. Marcel is still open as well. Yeah, like where are they going?
I'm waiting.
It should be the Zushin, right? We're going with the Zushin, no? Not the Zushin?
What is it?
Something immediate? Or the Phoveus we might be going for?
The anticipation is.
Ooh, nice. Come on. Well, after Private was saying like, okay, you got a ban on Zushin, and now Octa come with Marcel. There's comes a very good chance for like a Boxia, for example, has been the first pick for 9Z. Oh, for Vias, as Private was saying. So yeah, banning Zushin and even Marcel comes up an opportunity for Vias here.
Yeah, with that too, I was about to say, they don't have to, they could have gone with the Boxia, but they don't have to because it's already off the board for the side of Octa, so they don't need to prioritize it just yet. They can pick it in maybe that second, pick phase here for 9Z Globin here, and especially, do you, I'm trying to sit here and think, I'm like, what do you even have that counteracts a Phobius as well? He just does so well when it comes to being able to take care of a lot of those squishies during these objective phases, and he only really falls off toward the end of the game when the enemy team has so much defense, and Phobius is, I want to say, the most you usually get on him is like a Warhammer or something like that, and that's even if you get that. I feel like he scales very well even with just full defensive items, but at the late game, that's where he will start to fall off, still start to edge off here, still waiting for the next
edge off.
9Z Globin. Do we
Brother?
look to secure ourselves our jungler here, or maybe looking for our mid lane?
Yeah, I feel like. Oh, sorry.
Oh no. I was just gonna say, would Glue keep him occupied? That's just a question. Like, will Glue be something that will keep Phobius occupied and kind of out of the picture?
No.
Yeah, and maybe. And I was like, because I was wondering, like, this, the response coming out from the 2 and 3.
I'm already
from
sleepy.
9Z.
I'm already sleepy, guys. I didn't fall asleep, but I'm just waiting.
For example, to like get more pressure.
Bro, go to
in this,
MLBB
like,
channel,
this
check
enemy team
one
coming out
Russian
from
guy
NC,
using
a
view
Romu
botting.
and a mid lane,
Bro,
for
what?
example, but they come with
The heck?
Boxia and
What is view
Romu
botting?
very good actually. And now versus like if Octa Gaming is thinking about something.
Never mind. I guess that's pretty
trying to
self-explanatory.
mind
But why? My question would be, why? What are they trying to do? Get the freaking diamonds?
Ooh, okay, a mid lane here. Because this Glue has still the possibility to go for R for the roaming.
200 viewers, same chat from all bot.
As we move into the second banning phase here, I see they take off Fars, and I'm wondering if we're going to go with maybe a Zeshion ban as well. But do we want to pick up Zeshion?
Amadeus. See.
When it comes to mage options on the side of 9Z Globin. Gord, that's going to be a huge amount of damage. I feel like Gord has probably been surprisingly successful.
I don't know if that's the one you're talking about.
I haven't looked at his win rate just yet, but I'm pretty sure every single time I think about when he's been out, he's actually done so much damage that I feel like it's been surprising.
On Twitch. Oh, bro. Yeah, no, never mind. Man.
Spam out. I believe it's his. Is it his first ability, that the little bouncy ball that comes out? Yeah, like, he can do that basically like every 6 seconds, and you're just like dodging them left and right.
He can be very annoying for sure. They look like they are trying to ban out a lot of the mages here on the side of Octa, but there are a lot still up there for them, everyone to choose. There's Lunax, Lilia, ZTN, like you said. They are target banning hard the mid lane. They're like, what mid lane do you got? So they totally banned out the Lilia right there.
Yeah, the Lilia was the last ban here, and now 9Z focusing on jungler and also in the mid lane, but now we got the Gord on the mid lane coming out from Octa Gaming here, so maybe one more banning coming out from the jungler. Maybe Fredrin could be a ban here coming out from Octa Gaming to avoid this problem when it comes to like longer team fights and this position to trying to guarantee these objectives. Turtles and Lords, for example, that could be oh no, Kalia. All right, okay, so they're buying that a Glue is heading for the XP lane.
Yeah, well, and then plus with the Gord on your team, I feel like that was probably either the Cho or the Kalia was going to be the option that Octa was going to be looking for, something that would disengage, that would be able to grab one person.
Okay, we caught up. I was about to say, damn, what the hell?
To absolutely just dish out as much damage.
Oh, what was I about to do?
So I like the pick off of the Kalia
Twitch.
there too. All I believe.
Okay, we finally get to see it in action.
First, so the initial Aulus pickup for MCT AMER South. I don't even think it's been picked up in North yet. So it's the AMER overall, the first Aulus pickup.
I feel like they need a good frontliner though. I mean, Glue can be, but he just mostly likely just takes the one person away from the team and not really be an actual frontline for Gord or carry here. So they're gonna have to pick something, I feel, that's very tanky or that'll be able to handle all that.
Yeah, and one thing that I gotta be honest with you guys, like after the revamp here coming out from Aulus, I didn't see much of that hero. You know, maybe he might probably here heading for the jungler. He has a huge amount of damage coming out, especially for in a high DPS here. So let's see what is going to happen. I was thinking about like Gato Chacha, especially when it comes to Gord, for example, when heading and jumping in the back line here with the ARG, the after the Guardian here coming out from Gato. And now Valier as the last choice from a 9Z Glober. So
I found the guy. I was looking for him. Zombie Doctor, is that who you're talking about?
Okay, Valier as only like the disengage system, the disengage situation. Okay, that might be good for 9Z Globen here, like finishing with Lapu Lapu on the XP lane. Glue is heading for the roaming after all the things that is happening.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this will be game 2, 9Z Globe and Octa Gaming continually. I mean, they don't feel confined by whatever structures the meta has in there. We're gonna have the Aulus out there, like we said. I kind of to lean on what you said. Aulus, a lot of people consider him just not with it when it comes to the meta right now. Even with his revamp out there, I feel like a lot of junglers have kind of steered away from him.
All right.
I just feel like there are better picks.
Did he get? And did you get it? Oh,
here now when it comes to 9Z Global,
did you get it?
With the Boxia,
Did you send it?
The like the back line.
He asked me to ask you.
But it has to be quick because after like the 20T core coming out from carry, for example, she can cause a lot of damage.
All right,
so,
game number 2. We probably 25. They gotta end this in 20 minutes or less.
But now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Land of Dawn. This is the second game from 9Z Globen versus Octa Gaming.
No way he steals. Did he steal? Okay. Did he retreat?
But now they lost for 9Z.
No, he didn't.
1-0 to 9Z so far, Private.
Oh yeah. Okay, I was about to say I thought that they actually got that buff stolen away from them.
Yeah.
In a little bit of trouble here, looking for an escape from Alburo.
Brother, don't even go for it. What are you doing? Bro, all right. See, now you're just being stupid. Like, Gusta dead. Me. Oh yeah, he dead.
But V2 putting the finishing touches to reply 2-1 in favor of 9Z Globant.
Yeah, despite all that happening here.
Bro, why are we just brawling here? What are we, like? What is the goal? What are we doing?
Luisino gonna go ahead and engage here with Alburo Crazy. Saber taking a heap of damage. He's being so aggressive on this Glue. They're really trying to get as much value out of it as they can.
Oh, if you didn't hear what he said he's in the match.
Like, okay, the early game is a big far from.
But yeah, he got it.
So far, but even though 9Z Global is finding a way to find some
phone just shifted on the chair.
To get this advantage. A kill from Gusta La Gusta, a gold lane here, which needs this farm, which needs this resource. A kill on Luizinho, a boxer, a very strong jungler here. But now on the turtle, the battle is going on.
Oh, Luizinho able to go ahead and get the turtle. Now 9Z on the prowl, looking to try to find themselves some kills on the
side. They got a freaking Valier? Oh yeah, he's dead. He ain't getting out, bro.
Dishing out the damage on
bro, y'all let him get away? Oh, okay, I was about to say, bro.
Got away, but the flicker, an aggressive move coming out from Chino on that Phoebe is able to find and secure a kill.
They say that this flicker aggressive one, it causes more damage, you know? Not only for escape, but if you try to find a kill, this causes more damage. But now V2
oh, you purified. Oh, that's so freaking wild, bro. The man circled him and was like, nah, bro.
And what was able to find the stun there.
That's
and allow
hilarious,
Mr.
bro.
Lagusta to really shine up in that lane. 4-1 right now. 9Z Globin, I dare say, upset right now over Octa Gaming.
I wonder if the more optimistic supporter for 9Z Globin was expecting something like that. I mean, maybe like realizing and recognizing that 9Z is a very strong team, but the history from the both teams on the Swiss stage.
I swear, I was telling y'all, there's a good chance that a lot of teams aren't showing what they gotta show because it's the Swiss stage. But once you get the knockouts, that's when people start showing their colors, bro. That's when they really start trying.
On the top side was almost
some of them. There's others. I would pull that a little closer back. It's not as close as it could possibly be.
Just in case he had taken some damage, so he just wanted to clear out the lane, get that so that he can possibly get himself a rotation. You see here now already going down to mid lane to kind of keep those stacks up as well for his team. Next turtle is up, and 9Z Globin in a great position to be able to take this down without any answer coming out from Octa Gaming. In fact, they're going to go ahead and try to find themselves a kill here. A flicker coming out there from Fesh and Chino looking for the escape as well. Oh my God, they're going to go ahead.
Oh, he's just smashing their asses. And the AOG to follow up. Yo. Bro, they just got fucking funneled, bro. Alberto. Yo, Alberto and freaking Chino just now, guys. Can't wait next week when we get to watch North again, man. Ah, man, I wonder if freaking Friday was this good. So mad I missed it.
What am I doing here? Oh,
my mic? What's wrong with my mic?
The fact is, 6 kills so far for 9Z Global. Chino, a monster here with these Fovias. 3-0. Gusta Lagusta playing solid. You know,
covering
like damage, especially with the blazing duet. Like 9Z Global with the perfect synergy so far, playing so well together. Especially when it comes to the respond to the initiations coming up from Octa Game. Oh, what a crazy!
Yeah, Alberto Crazy comes in against 2 members of Octa Gaming.
Oh, bruh, I ain't worrying about that.
You can see a little bit of a fight kind of breaking out there, pushing coming out from Fashion at the mid. As we join down at the bottom, Chino and Lucy kind of duking it out here. Chino still having a decent game as well. A good job of either side of 9Z Globin when it comes to these objectives. Next turtle, though, is going to be up at the top, which means
I'm not worried
that
about that.
9Z Globin, when it comes to Chino, he's going to have to make his way across the map very quickly to get there. So he's joining in on this fight. Now, you can see 9Z Globin making the way.
Chino 3-0-0, bro.
Lord. On the bottom, you can see V2 has picked himself up a Demon Hunter sword already.
Luisino on 203. Yo, Bowman just having a good game right now. You're dead, troll.
Oh my God, the demonic force coming out from there too.
You're dead.
From their Saber intro.
Ah, he's on. Oh, you're cooked, brother. Oh, he had to use the ulti to get out. He had to use the ulti to get out.
Escape. Alberto sitting there just trying to be the front line for his team.
Oh, you're dead.
Senses that as we have the blazing duet on to this tower. Octa Gaming is down by 7 points, 9-2 for 9Z Globin. Off screen, I think we missed it though. Fashion did get killed by the Gourd.
Yeah, but now here in the bottom lane,
bro's dead. You should have just attacked the dang turret at that point. He should have just kept hitting the turret at that point.
3 members from Octa Gaming coming down here looking for the kill. Alberto might be in a little bit of trouble. Does get taken down. Segan with the kill there. Just as I was talking about, is Segan going to be getting the value out of this Sky Piercer? He comes out with 2 kills from out of nowhere.
Yeah, so now here the second kill from Sagan.
Knocking in Chassis Pauldron pretty early. You want to delay that carry as much as possible.
For Octa Gaming, they still have the potential and resiliency to come back in this game, but 9Z Globin is playing like I don't know, man. It's like something magical happening here on 9Z Globin.
They got 13 minutes to end this.
And a lineup so far. I mean, they are really good. You know it because you like.
Getting so many
you
Discord
are
themes
listening to
lately,
me
man.
Always talking since the first day of the tournament. 9Z is such a good team with such a good players. They are not like fitting well playing together. But now, my friend, it's a whole different story here because 9Z Globan is on fire.
Yeah, and it's an incredible match.
What the flicker?
In there. It's gonna be
yeah, you're caught.
And the slam down goes a fashion. That's gonna be the mage down for 9Z Globan. Now looking for an opportunity. The Mystic Gush, Gusta Lagusta has to get out of there. That's two members of 9Z that have to find a disengagement. Octa Gaming chasing down 9Z Globan.
Oh man, they're turning the game back around. That's that definitely puts them back in the game. They waited for their power spikes, bro.
This is what we call La Mufa here. Is the caster's curse coming out once again, but now the Lord being guaranteed by Octa Gaming.
He's dead.
And Luisinho could be the next.
Just barely saves him. Barely saves him.
With a hair of health there. I mean, I think even V2 turned around a little early because he thought that last auto attack was going to be able to finish the job. Unfortunately, just not the case. And just like that, Octa Gaming have swung this around in their favor. Don't quite have the gold lead just yet, but when it comes to the offense here right now, V2 has come on a line and is absolutely
and just locked in Corrosion Scythe. Didn't even have the Corrosion Scythe, was already doing out that much damage. And what's crazy because Chino has the Chastis Pauldron already. Yet.
But now the reality is there is no such a way advantage.
Why are you running from that?
And Octa Gaming is causing the pressure. Border crazy. They're taking a lot of damage, especially coming out from the Gord ultimate here. But now the tower is still standing on the mid lane. Meanwhile, the Lord is heading on the bottom lane.
They're prioritizing mid lane, which is valid, I guess.
Yeah, you can see on the other side, Alberto Crazy now looking for some placement into these bushes, maybe finding an angle for this next avatar of the Guardian. But such a great job. Just really needed to wait to get some of those items. The damage output from Octa Gaming right now is pretty much second to none right now. Segan, V2 right now, and even Thanatos TZ. Chino in a bit of trouble here. Does not look for the demonic force.
They ended up losing that mid.
Yeah, but now Lagusta is here trying to do something with, here comes the stun coming from the Gord once again. 10 kills for 9Z Globan so far. The goalie now heading just a little bit ahead for Octa Gaming. They're now causing pressure once again in the mid lane. The focus is the tower number 2. Here comes the minion wave with the car and the mage here. Could be enough. No, they decided to not take any kind of a risk. The only thing that they are able to do now is stealing the purple buff because they are getting satisfied about that.
Yeah, you can see there in the damage dealt, Segan, V2, and Lucy, top of the damage charts. That's 3 members of Octa Gaming there. Second one coming up, only Feshin, who was shut down. Gusta still hasn't been able to get the items. Oh, now, as I say that, he does have the 3 items that he needs. And unfortunately, I want to say an 800 gold lead there, looking for V2. So I think he's looking for the Malefic gun to start getting himself some of that range, which is going to be a huge problem for 9Z Globan coming up. Blazing duet into the back line. Chino able to find a kill onto Segan. Is this going to be enough to turn the tables for 9Z Globan? Demonic Force slamming down onto Saber.
Do they turn this back? They turn it. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, they turn it back. You don't got the damage. You're immune. They on a run. Catch him. He doesn't want to challenge Vidu. That's crazy, bro. Even at 1 HP, they're so scared of Vidu, they don't even want to.
Instead, turning their attention to the mid lane to push that out, and now gonna set their sights onto this Lord.
Yeah, the Lord here is immediately.
Damn.
Oh, Gusta! Oh my goodness!
And the Blazing Duet's still up.
Damage, but now here comes again.
But doesn't do nothing. Oh yeah, that damage reduction. Bro, you gotta take that Lord. Take the Lord. Hurry up. Get out of there. Damn right in, bro. Run for your lives.
Able to find the kill onto the Lord while the rest of 9Z Globit look for a disengagement.
Bro, just run.
Yeah,
Just
what
run.
Also, why do you need a retribution when you have the Gusta in your composition here with Cloud to guarantee the Lord when they lose the Luizinho, when they lose the jungler, when they lose the retribution? But even though Octa Gaming take this opportunity to take
there's not much damage in this, bro. What is the build he has? Because it's clearly not working. You're not even killing Lord right now.
Lord is already taken down, but now might be the response coming out from 9Z Global. Here we go.
Yeah, looking for an angle in here. I don't think Luizinho wants this fight just yet, as the rest of his team trying to push onto these lane right now. At the top, oh, they lose a tower. Octa Gaming, unfortunately, lose a tower up at top. V2 tried to get back there quick enough, but just was a second or a hair short to be able to stop it. And right now, 9Z Globit reclaiming. It's such an even game right now between these two. It's just going to take on who goes down first. Are they going to be able to find Fashion? Are they going to be able to take down Gusta?
Running out of time, bruh.
And those are the real questions. Zegan, on the other hand, on the side of Octa Gaming, I'm looking to see who he's able to find.
They got 5 minutes to end, bruh. Somebody got to end in 5 minutes, please.
Yeah, I mean, like, the last minutes was in favor to 9Z Global, but still, they still haven't taken down the first tower in the mid lane. So, Octa Gaming still have this comfortable situation about a map, a domination, all of the high grounds for a 9Z Global so far. Gusta is causing a lot of damage now after, like, getting 4 kills probably after the Trinity core, and now he is trying to split push on the side here when it comes to the bottom lane, but he plays safe. That is Gusta. He doesn't take any risks unnecessary here, but now Thanatos, here comes the flank.
Yeah, but he decides against it. I was actually kind of curious, like, what are you gonna do there once you get the engagement there? We're just gonna try to duke it out with the entire team. Yeah, and it does allow Octa Gaming to go ahead, try to find those minions up at the bottom lane for the split push there. And Gusta, yeah, you said, doing a great job of trying to be a nuisance around, trying to keep the pressure in all of the map. Now he's back up at top already, clearing out that lane. At some point, Octa Gaming is going to have to answer it. You see them going out there here now as Gusta going to go ahead and find himself a recall home.
Yeah, recall home, but now here in the jungler, that might be a party coming up from the 2 teams. V2, okay, V2. Oh, how are you doing that, my friend? He plays so aggressive with his carry so far, but now he's not in trouble anymore. But here comes 9Z Global trying to do something because
all right, Malefic Guns is locked in for Gusta.
Side of the river.
Yeah, and you can already see turning tail, Gusta trying to come in so he can join them. Chino does go ahead, activate that demonic force. Is it going to be enough? Coming down onto Lucy's head.
Lucy's going to go down.
Be able to take him down. Chino with the kill onto Lucy. Segan finds a kill to reply to Chino.
Yo, look at Vidu, bro. That attack speed, bro. The speedy light wheel's down, though. If they're going to make an attack, they need to do it now.
Gaming, and now trying to get their force, their will here at this next Lord in the front line. Luizinho trying to be on the front there. Ooh, actually going to use
Blazing Duet is out.
Into the back lines. Is that going to be enough? See, Saber still has that immortality, uses it so that he doesn't die to that Blazing Duet. Saber going to have to use that flicker to get away. Now,
oh my days, bro. It's so even right now.
Look at this Lord as it is reset by Octa Gaming. Now you can see the macro beginning to push onto the side of 9Z Global, and unfortunately, the Claude has to answer. Luizinho looking for a way in. He's able
oh
to
my days, bro.
Dies with it. Only heroes get to go to Valhalla, and that is where Luizinho is going after capturing that Lord for his team.
What in the world here? Luizinho saving the day once again. A very worthy sacrifice, I would say, for 9Z Global. They get
go into a 25-minute game. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish this game, bro. If they don't freaking, somebody has to upset the balance.
The items, Both the gold laners here with the full build. Winter Crown coming out from Augusta. Malefic Gun and the Corrosion side. Carry here with the Wings of Nature and the Malefic Gun. Both of the carries here somehow getting some kind of immune to the next team fight. And at some point of the game, they're going to sell the boots and getting another item here to cause more damage. But Private, the fact is, the Lord is heading on the top side. Luizinho is on the game again. And the focus is the tower number 1 and the mid lane.
Yeah, you can see right now, big split coming up here. Gusta Lagusta focusing onto the bottom lane. Now, finally breaking through that mid lane. Wow. The Guardian lands up into the back lines. Is this the fight that they want? Gusta Lagusta able to find a tower.
Oh, man.
The mid lane.
Oh, man.
Taking a heap of damage. Down coming the...
Oh, man.
Waiting for the demonic force. He doesn't. He actually just slips a saber back a bit, but does not. Oh, a stun.
Oh, Chino taking a lot of damage.
Chino still being...
Oh, Chino.
Crazy.
Chino.
On the back end, looking for an engagement here. Luizinho might be in a little bit of trouble. Still uses the Winter Crown to get himself out of harm's way. Will he be able to find
Lucy finds the kill. All right.
Putting the finishing touches onto him, but want to say a successful push by 9Z Globe, and only high grounds left for Octa Gaming.
All I can say here, and my heart can't stand it. What a match here. And we're talking about the second one so far. Only high ground towers for both teams are here. 40 seconds left for the next Lord, while Luizinho has still 25 seconds here to go back in the game again. Both teams are like trying to find the flanks. We're trying to cause this damage. Oh, Thanatos TZ!
Yeah, it takes a heap of damage there from them as well. You're going to see the BMI to use for Gusta Lagusta to get out of harm's way. Octa Gaming, they're eyeing this purple buff. I think they wanted it for a second, but decided against the fight that it would cause for them. Oh, big little, I want to see some hiding going on up at the top of bushes. You see Octa Gaming trying to wait in position there for it. I think they want to be able to kind of latch on when they go for this purple buff, hoping that maybe one of the squishies will go for it. They decide they don't even want it. They're going to go ahead, head right for this evolved Lord. And
all right, bro. If they don't end like the next 3, if they don't end on this next Lord push, then I have to leave on this. I'm sorry.
Thanatos TZ looking for a way here, a way in on the backside. Ooh, Luis does find he has the Tortoise Pusins out as well. Lord very low and dragged out by 9Z Globen to try to continue out this fight.
Yeah, so here the Lord getting full reset once again, and the Saber with a very low HP.
V2 in trouble. Blazing Duet comes out.
Yeah, a big slam onto
V2. Wait.
Lagusta finds the mage. Down goes Segan. Demonic force.
Oh, 9Z got this. 9Z got it. It's over. V2's dead. No, V2's still up. Oh, man, that's 3. Oh, the back door, though. The back door. Oh, but you only got V2 now. And they got the minions, bro. They got the minions. V2, it's over. It's over. Thank you, bro. For 9Z Globin, bro. Yo, let me find out 9Z was cold this whole time. They were just acting.
Once again, and now the reality is 2 9Z Globins, 0 for Octa Gaming.
Jeez, what a battle. 9Z was going strong in the beginning with 6 kills by 5 minutes.
All right. I gotta go now, guys. I gotta get ready for Uni Legends. We'll be starting that in like 15 minutes, honestly. I kind of overstayed. Wanted to see the end of that match, but you guys can catch me in a few moments. Shake Tight, the only reason I watched, though. Yeah, Shake Tight is actually really good. But no, these other players are good too.
Man, when it comes to
but no, I'll be back in like 15 minutes. Unfortunately, I have to go. I can't finish the rest of the match. This is but yeah, we got grand finals for Uni Legends, so you know, you guys stick around in the channel and you'll see me on here, and we're gonna have grand finals. It's gonna be Happy Meal versus Promise Ruins, and that will probably be probably be just as hype as this match, hopefully. But yeah, I see you in a bit.
And why we're kind of reaching so far outside of what we thought